Greetings, children. Hello, friends, one and all. Thank you for coming back to another one of my Minecraft Sky Factory 4 streams. I'm going to be jamming some more Sky Factory 4 today. Not exactly sure what I'm going to work on, but I'm sure it'll be something cool. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I see we got Jim and Turtle and new member Matthias started earlier today. That's pretty awesome. Puts us back up to 85. I've only seen him pop in once or twice. I haven't seen him very much at all. I'm not sure. I think he's still in the same area with the same poor internet problems, so he's not been able to get online as much. So yeah, on over to I decorated a little bit today, not a whole lot. Just got started on it. A couple little CD benches, things, some flowers out. My Achievement Hunter homage. It ends up in every build somewhere. 100% this Achievement Hunter, I stole it. It's not mine. Not original. Whatever. But other than that, I didn't really do much today. I did not have time. Today was an atrocious day at my other job. Particularly a bad day. So, didn't have a lot of free time to do anything happy. We can work on this. That's correct, Turtle. Power of Pimps. I'm also got stuck on a call till almost 20 minutes after my shift was supposed to be over. Got about 9 minutes to get this all up and going. So didn't have time to really get food, so I'm going to be munching on some Doritos and snacks throughout the stream. I will do my very best to try to make it as least annoying as possible. So, yeah. So today, I did go ahead and get the power going to these things again, so they're synced correctly. These tutorials going up tomorrow will be, well, there'll actually be two of them for Sky Factory. One of them will be these portals. One of them is going to be how to make... The heck is that? Oh. How to make one of the components you need for that. So kind of a twofer there. Crushed up a couple more quartz and things. Like I said, I didn't really get too much free time today, sadly. I haven't got enough points to buy anything. So not a lot of stuff I can buy left that I care about. High jump, I need kind of capable of extracting is required. You can have that. I won't let me buy that. Oh, it requires a piston. Oh. Easy enough. Let's do that real quick. There's a piston. I don't know why, but okay, it does. That was loud. Gladiatorial Arena. You know, I've built gladiatorial arenas a couple times. I was pretty happy with the old ones. But I could probably do a gladiatorial arena. That wouldn't be hard. Something I wanted to do on the Let's Play server when I ever have time to get that up and running. Try to work on that tomorrow. Yeah, we could fiddle with something like that. Which means we're going to need a whole lot. Quartz or marble? Marble. Marble's going to be better. Got some already because I was making with that stuff out there. A lot of really cool marble designs. So, need raw marble first. Yes, I purchased a third server that is going to be a Sky Factory 4 server that's basically just for me, where I can build games and Let's Plays and things, and then every so often I can invite members in to play the game. So if you remember, I tried doing that on our old Sky Factory 4 server a long time ago, but with everything else going on, it always lags out and so on and so forth. So if I have a new server, if you will, if I can get a server, that's the plan anyways, if I put a server together where I don't have to share it except for the Let's Plays, then it should work fine. I won't have all those other processes. I'll just be in creative building stuff, bring people in to have fun once in a while. I'll whitelist and invite people specifically. Is the plan anyways. What I'd like to do. All right. This will take a minute. You have to change it. All these are chiseled. I don't think you can, I don't know, maybe you can chisel those. Let me see. Chisel those into a better one. Okay, I can chisel and everything. Okay. You can't make a lot of stuff unless you're using Astral Sorcery Marble, which is a chisel of regular marble. Like to have a bunch of it. Probably I'm going to make a remote for this situation. If we're going to go ahead and build something large like this, then a remote would probably be better. Mountain pillars and lava come. Animal. One thing what I would like to put together is a really, really huge arena where people could we give a bunch of matter overdrive weapons and be like a last man standing kind of thing. Make a bunch of things you can hide behind, make it a team event. There's different things you can do with it. Those. Is there an advancement for that? Oh, there's an advancement for that. This is the trashy remote. I don't want that one. I thought there was an advancement for it, so I made it. Already got a regular remote. This is definitely going to be much larger than Compact Machine's going to run. Everything except for the monster spawning figured out. Do you want to control the monster spawning or do you want it to be random? Well, basically for that, I would just divide the teams up. I would have dyed leather armor that's the color, you know what I mean? Going to need floaty block. Hello, floaty. Where are we going to build it? Let's build it behind the castle. So you see the castle, and then behind it's just this massive arena, way bigger. I can even maybe make a door from the castle. I'll make a portal, obviously. The new teleport portals we got. For controlled spawning, what I like to do is just dispensers facing upwards filled with whatever I want. And then have auto remotes that I can just click for whichever one I want to shoot out of the monsters. That's what I do when I have any type of battle arena kind of thing. So I can pop those out. Let's see. We're going to have to start with some regular something or others. I got 3K that. How much brick have I got? 4K. We got more brick, so we'll start with brick. Oh, I should probably also get a gadget. I just need a place to build on top of. You won't even see these bricks. In fact, I should probably not use bricks. I should probably use cobble. Now that I think of it. Bricks take time to make. Cobblestone's pretty. See how much room we want. I'm going to need a lot more. That's going to be inside. Let's see. Yep, that's one thing where the dispensers would work real well because you could put exactly which mobs and which dispensers you want, connect remotes to them, and just pop out the ones however many you want at a time. Or if you want, you can even you could probably put in just multiples. Like if you did a Twilight Forest, you could put a stack of eggs of each one, so even you don't know exactly which ones are coming out. And there are some pretty bosses egg things you can pull out that aren't in the normal game that I always thought looked kind of fun. Just a baseline. This is way too big for me to count it out. I'm not going to be that much in this. Just going to make a big old spot. I'll figure out the other parts of it, and the counting will come later. Work that side. Plus, if anybody thinks of any more automation challenges. Ow. You know what? I left my stupid pack cylinder. Dang it. Oops. Well, that still works. Obviously not the best square I've ever made, but that's okay. It's still way too small, but it's a good start. Probably going to need to get a cobblestone. Sorry about that. So, anybody have anything cool happen on a Monday? I did not. I've already run out of cobblestone. We are really going to need a cobblestone generator. Oh. Going to, definitely going to be a bit of a challenge getting these things done, Turtle. Look at you making me work. All right, cobblestone generator. 2. 4. Do I wish to run this directly into the system? Do I have the capability to do so? I think I do. Wow. Not mean to break that hard. Should feed that directly into system. I have an unlimited supply of cobblestone. What's up, Faisal? Not too shabby, sir. You know, trying to get by. Living that nug life. Do enjoy chicken nuggets. I did it again! Oh, I forgot to take them out. Yeah, nothing really special happened for me today. Good, that I can think of off the top of my hand. Nothing specifically bad either, mind you. But, my wife took my mother out for Mother's Day today. They wanted to go out and have a nice dinner. Lunch, really. But they decided not to go yesterday because they figured Sunday and it's Mother's Day, every place is going to be packed. Which, smart thinking. Go the day after on a Monday. People are back to school and work. It might be a little bit easier. They went out and had a nice meal. Grabbed a couple of things at the store on the way home. That seemed to go well. I did not even think about lighting this thing. I have to work on that too. Whoop. Going to need lighting pretty quickly, it seems. I love it when you're building so far, you're outside the biome. Funny. Oh, God. Temporary fix. What are we building? Turtle would like me to build a large gladiatorial style arena. So that is what I'm doing today. At least for now, anyways. I'm sure that I won't get it done today. And we may branch off and do some other stuff as well. But it definitely gives me something to work on between streams. Hello, Gertrude. Let's see. Arrow flare? Why? Forgotten what the recipe is. I'll be honest, that wouldn't really be that hard. I mean, if you really wanted to. It would be a waste of time, because you're never going to need that many flare lanterns, but glowstone you can make easily by just a sapling. Connect it to a compact machine, makes your glowstone. Iron, you have a couple iron seeds like we did for the other one. Glass, same thing. Sand, put it through a factory, melt it, run into the system. With a sand sapling. You could probably knock that out pretty quickly. It would take longer to build it than it would to just make the amount you need. But it's possible. What am I doing? There I am. Something about being an android. Ow. Look at that. What are you doing? Stop that. Rude. I'm trying to work here. Where was I? So, yeah. How do I keep... Oh, man, I'm going to go through cobblestone first. I can tell you that if it has the word fraud in it, the answer is yes, it's illegal. There is no legal form of fraud that I'm aware of. Who's dancing around? Really? You walked all the way around there? Boy, what a waste of your time. Okay. Back to the building. Yes, now again, as a reminder, tomorrow is Tuesday. For me, some of you guys, it may already be Tuesday, but tomorrow is Tuesday. Tuesday is the one day a week that I do not have any streams. So there'll be no morning or night stream tomorrow. But I will be having at least 2 tutorials going up tomorrow. Potentially 3 or 4. But at least 2 for sure. That's going to happen. So basically, this is me playing Sky Factory 4, taking on different challenges from the community, whether it be build something special or figure out how to automate something, different things on that nature. Like yesterday, we fully automated more s'more double smingets. So we automated chocolate production, marshmallow production, graham cracker production, and then a system that put it all together. So we fully automated that. Will you ever probably need it? No. But we did it. So things along those lines. Just kind of coming up with maybe some fun new things we've not done in the past. Why is this not? see what we can come up with. So I was what else did I challenge? We fully automated simulation chambers, which in itself wasn't too hard. The hard part of that was automating poly, whatever it is. I always call it poly. I can never remember the rest of the name. But yes, automating that took a little bit longer. But it turned out really cool. I'm really glad we did that one. I enjoyed that one a lot. Hello, Draco. Yeah. So again, just taking on different challenges and ideas, and not guaranteeing I'm going to do every one of them. I mean, I want it to be something fun, right? Like, if it's something that's just monotonous for monotonous sake, that wouldn't be fun, I probably wouldn't do it. But so far, pretty much every idea we've had has been pretty spot on. Or something I've already done before, so I didn't want to do it again, you know. I don't want to do something you've already seen me do. Ooh, I'm snagging just a little bit of leg from my gadget here. Merge World's logo sometime. I could do that. I thought about taking on the big one and building Serenity. I've done it before, although it'd be much easier now than it was back then. Yeah, then it was in vanilla a long time ago, so I had a lot less options to work with. And I didn't know how to use stuff as well as I use. Not that I'm phenomenal by any means. I have a lot more understanding of how to use different blocks and systems than I did back then. I thought about building a Serenity. Build an entire Merge Worlds bike. of the hardest parts back then was building a realm gate. Just making it look like it did in my head was so hard. It ended up looking like a big square. It wasn't as arched as I wanted it to. I think I could do a better job with it now. Oh, out of cobble. I'm gonna have to get a battery over here. So right now what I'm doing is I've been asked to make a giant gladiatorial arena. I'm going to be doing it primarily out of marble, but right now I'm just building a platform to start working on. This isn't big enough, but it's going to get us started. Realm Gate. Yeah, in Merge Worlds, the Realm Gates are the things that let them kind of teleport from place to place. Things that were created by, I don't want to ruin it for too many people, but created by the force behind it all. Oops. Early on. And people, they exist as a way of getting around from one place of Merge Worlds to another. Merge Worlds being so massively huge, it's nearly impossible to just travel regularly. Yeah. The Realm Gate is it's almost like one McDonald's arch. That's kind of the shape I had for it. Originally. I have a really cool fantasy picture I found once. That was really it was exactly what I wanted a Realm Gate to look like. It was just too big. Like a castle could have walked through it kind of thing, Didn't need quite that big. But it was pretty cool. All right. This is nowhere near big enough yet. Dang it. Make this bigger. Man. Flying pretty fast. One downside of having fast speed is it does complicate things. Except for when I do that. Should run out of cobble any second again. Oh, I gotta light this up before it gets. After I finish this section, we'll light it up a little bit. See what we're looking at that point. It is. Let's see here. Let's see. How did you find out about Sky Factory 4? Are you interested in Sky Factory series or something? I found Sky Factory 4 because I was already playing Sky Factory 3. I found Sky Factory 3 because I'm a very, very huge person. But I'm also a very big Achievement Hunter fan. And I'd been watching their Minecraft Let's Plays since they started. 9 years now, actually. They've been making those things. And I've been watching them since the first episode came out. Always been a huge fan of their stuff. And I saw them do Galacticraft and some dinosaur ones that didn't really intrigue me. But when they got to Sky Factory, I think even to this day, it's the best series they did in Sky Factory 3 was the best overall series they ever made in Minecraft. It was just phenomenal. And it made me want to play it. So that was my first mod pack with Sky Factory 3. And when I got into it, it had been out for a while. A lot of people were playing it. But I couldn't find good tutorials on how to do stuff in the game. Because a lot of the stuff on the Achievement Hunter side, they would have done it they did a lot of stuff between episodes, or, they're bouncing between different people's perspectives, so you don't see how everybody does everything. And everything I found online was an hour, 2 hour Let's Play. And I wasn't looking for that. So as I started figuring things out, I started making short, hopefully easy to follow tutorials for other people so they didn't have to go through the same thing I did. And it resonated with people. Started following along and asking for more. Hey, can you do it on this? Hey, can you do it on this? So I was like, yeah, sure, I can do it on. And so I did. That's really where the channel came from. Just me wanting to help other people in the way that I was trying to help myself. Sky Factory 2.5. I have not. Sky Factory 3 was very, very much the first one. From Turkey. Hello to Turkey. That's awesome. Too focused on Not messing up buildings. I do try not to mess up buildings. I'm not sure that reference is. But no, I've not done 2.5. I started with 3, then I went to 4, and then 4, and then 4, and then 3, and then 4. And I went back and forth between 3 and 4 for quite a while. Before I really started branching out. I didn't really do any other mod packs until I'd started streaming. And I just wanted to be able to give people some different stuff to watch. Oh, forgot to light it up. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Gonna need to make some more of these. Probably not enough, but it's a start. There. Come on, click it. Ah. That is true. My very first YouTube channel was a just meant to be a hodgepodge channel where I was doing like bariatric weight loss videos and things of that nature. Which, you know, resonated for a while. People enjoyed them. People in that, you know, who were interested in that kind of thing, but it's a much smaller field, of course. Shut up. Monsters. How many did I get? Oh. All right, we're going to go back and sleep again. It's just faster than trying to kill all those. Yeah, the first one was that. I did a couple cooking videos. I just did some miscellaneous fun videos I put up there. But none of it was really streaming. I did do one Minecraft video and eventually moved it over to this channel anyways. But originally it was over on the other one. Let's see. All right. Go kill them? That's just time consuming. Thank you for the egg, Gertrude. I love it. Gertrude's always helped me. I'm going to build one of these over there pretty soon. Get back and forth a lot easier. As soon as I kind of figure out my dimensions. Should have got rid of most everything, and it did. All right. Doing most of that. I think this is well, it's big enough to start. We'll probably have to go bigger down the road, but at least it's a place to get started. Now we need the ground floor. So the outside of the arena is going to be grass. I can put some cool gardens and stuff outside on the way to the arena. But then the arena itself is going to be mostly marble. Because again, I really like marble. I like a lot of the different marble cuts that are available in Sky Factory. Oh. Get our chisel out. Gonna need that. Let's grab ourselves a stack of marble. We'll do some raw marble. All right, let's see what that looks like as a ground. See, I want that as the ground. So that's raw marble. It's not smooth enough. That might be okay, kind of like a sandy ground of the thing. That's not too bad. I could probably do it with that. No, can't do sand. I hate the sound of sand. I don't like walking on sand. A lot of times when I'm dealing with sand in the game, I turn the volume all the way off. Sand and gravel, there are certain sounds that just bother me. Real sand, a little bit, but this game, in-game, it's bothering me right now just talking about it. I don't like the sound of sand and gravel, so I can't do that because I'll be on it way too much. But doing something solid like that, you know what I mean? That kind of looks like a sand. Sandstone, I think, might be too smooth. I do want it to have some of that grain look to it, like this. You know what I mean? Sandstone itself is smooth on top. It's a good yellow color. It's just, I think it'd be a little bit too smooth. So let's start with the outer frame. I'm not going to start with the floor first anyways. I want to do the outer frame. So let's see. What are we going to do for the outer frame? Here's the one I like to use. It'll take me a minute to find it. Okay, it's probably going to be concaved. That one. Greek is a nice one, but I like to save that for specials. Do marble pillar. Do that one. Full pillar. course, it's not going to be in the same spot over here. All right, so I like this one because as you level, a lot of these marble things, as they grow, they become to look like pillars. And if you build them side by side, it can be kind of a cool aesthetic for a wall. You see what I mean? But it looks like there's an official top and a bottom to it. The only downside with that is I can't start with this stone, or else this will be hidden, because this what I'm standing on is going to be the bottom layer. This one would be underground. I don't want that. So while that'll work, I'm probably going to have to use just the raw stone to build the outer frame. Now that I know that, let's grab ourselves some marble. Let's get to work. Start here. That's supposed to be there. That's fine. It's going to go there eventually anyways. Bye, Faisal. How's it good, sir? Big do I want it? That'll work. I'll still have to extend it out further. But... I'll be honest with you, the color of sandstone looks like ass. I'm not going to use sandstone. I don't like yellow at all, and yellow will not look good with the white. I don't like the way yellow and white go together. Well, I like to use green and lush colors outside, and then inside I'm going to use this as the sand. But yeah, I'm going to stick with marble. I prefer marble by far. Let's see. So we get to the corners. Okay, now the counting begins. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31. Hey, it was nice having you, Fetus. Have yourself a great day. 31. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That worked. That's actually the 13th. I made this mistake before. That doesn't look too bad. I'll definitely have to make the platform bigger around it to be able to build stuff outside, but now mind you, this is the ground floor. It's going to bevel out, like it's going to round out like a bowl. It's going to be bigger than this when you put in the stands and stuff, but this is just what the ground floor. Kind of like, but a little bit more cobble to do my 12s. Cobble real quick. Ooh, 20,000. Boy, it didn't take long to fill that up, did it? Bottom built. Light it up though. Oop, this one. So let's see. We are close. We're getting close. We're a third of the way through May already. Month and a half away from being halfway through this year. How's that for mind-boggling, huh? The lag is causing me to double click, and I love the building gadget, but building big stuff, there definitely is some lag. Oh, ran out again. Close. Almost had it. Oh, thank you. You were so close to being done. I miss any. No. Boop. So, I should say thank you for coming by and hanging out today. It is a Monday, the worst day of the week for most people, which, you know, is understandably so. Flare lanterns out because it's dark. Quick. We should do it. I still get a couple pop up, but it shouldn't be too. 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. All right. The lighting's doing pretty well, to be honest with you. Really surprised by that. Is it possible to round it out a little bit more? Probably, but just so much work. Now, we fill it. This will take a while. Thought that might. Let's see. How have I been? Not too shabby. Work today was miserable. Like, exceptionally miserable. Dorito. A little rougher than normal today. It never boggles me, or never ceases to boggle my mind how many people get into this mindset that if they can't get what they want from you, well, they'll just talk to someone higher and that person will give it to me. If that person, I'll just keep going to the top until somebody gives it to me. With the thought that, to be honest, that person is saying to themselves, or to everybody, if I'm annoying enough, people will eventually pay me to shut up. I guess it would help if I brought some of that with me. People get very, very upset and angry when they finally reach someone who says, no, you can't talk to anybody. Like, what? Excuse me? Nope. I'm the highest level that takes phone calls here. You run the company. Nope. The people who run the company don't take phone calls. Why not? Because that's not their job. Their job is to run the company. Sales, design, marketing. Staffing, writing schedules, paychecks. These people don't give a rat's ass whether you want a discount on the product or you don't like, you would want to file a complaint. It does not affect them, and they do not care. And they really don't. So I had someone like that today. They're like, well, I want to speak to your manager. And I'm like, no. What do you mean? I'm like, the highest level that takes customer calls. You run the company. Cool. But I can tell you there isn't anybody who's going to tell you any different than what I said. I'm sorry, Dorito chip went down my lung. And a lot of it's because the worst thing that has ever been created anywhere is the horrible lie and misconception that the customer is always right. It is, in fact, the customer is nearly almost always wrong. And most of the time, the customer is an asshole. But they, kind of how that works. And there are so many people who hate their job, but who hate their job enough that they will pay you to leave them alone. And people have learned that in the United States. Eventually, if I complain enough, someone will pay just to shut me up. My God, this chip is killing me. Hold on. Tiny little bit of Dorito lodged in my throat. Here we go. But, you know, I'm not that guy. At my last job, when I worked at ADT Security, we had a department called Office of the President. Nearly every company's got a department called Office of the President. And I got taken in by some pretty high managers one day who wanted to talk to me. They said, we need to talk to you about some numbers. I'm like, okay. Am I giving away too much money in credits? And they're like, no, you have the lowest score of the entire department. I'm like, okay, good, because money doesn't solve problems. Yeah, we're not going to complain about that. I'm like, okay. But there have been more complaints filed on you in the Office of the President than every other person in the department added together. And I smiled. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. And they said, you're smiling about that. That's something to be proud of? I'm like, well, now that just depends on whether or not I did anything wrong, didn't it? I'm like, what it tells you is that I'm obviously not like many of the other people in this department who will pay someone to leave them alone. In essence, giving away the company money so they don't actually have to work. Well, we don't really think that's what it is. I'm like, okay, cool. I said, who has the least amount of complaints to the Office of the President? Who has the least? Told me the young woman's name. I'm like, that tracks. That's what I expect. I said, now who has given away the most amount of credits in the entire department? And they hooed and hawed about it, didn't want to answer the question. I'm like, unless you've got something to hide. And they said, it was her. I'm like, of course it was. The people that give away the most amount of money have the least complaint. That's just how business. So we want to pull up some of these calls and listen to them. We listen to them, and could I potentially be a little sweeter to people on the phone? But we get in the call, and they're like, we'd like to talk about that call. I'm like, okay, cool. Did I say anything offensive? Anything unprofessional? Oh, hi, Diamond. Sorry, I didn't see you pop in there. And a little carbon. But I was like, oh, that's the wrong marble. I wonder why that wasn't pulling. Not a marble again. But I was like, did I say anything wrong? No. Say anything offensive? No. Did I break any rules or policies? No. I said, was I rude to the customer? I'm like, why are we having this conversation? Finally, they just let me go because they're like, I don't think you're getting this. I don't think you got this. Just a little bit of a rant from Draven. Many of you have probably worked in some form of customer retail. Know what I'm talking about. Those of you not, I hope you do one day. Not because I want you to have a bad experience. Having a bad season. bad life by me. I just think everybody should work it at least once, so it might help them a little bit with dealing with everybody else who did. I'm going to tell you my favorite movie about customer service. People always tell me, they're like, "Oh, you work in a call Office Space." Office Space wasn't that good. It was all right. I wasn't that big on it. It was okay. And I hadn't seen it until, honestly, just the last couple years. I didn't find it that good. And it didn't accurately portray. You'd like to see what I think is probably the most accurate portrayal, within reason. Obviously, it's a bit of sarcasm. There's a movie called Waiting, starring Ryan Reynolds. Probably one of his best movies. And still, one of my favorite movies of his. Called Waiting. Where he works at an Applebee's or Ruby Tuesdays, Calhoun's kind of restaurant. Those of you international, it's a sit-down Americana, hamburgers, steaks, pasta, fish, things like that. Yes, Ashley understands. If you watch that, you're going to be like, this right here, what I'm watching, this is what it's like to actually work retail. Because while the people may be a little over the top, the customers are almost all incredibly accurate portrayed. Extra special seasonings. Do not fuck with the people who make your food. That's just a rule of life for you out there, regardless of your age or your experience. Do not screw with the people who make your food. Just saying. What am I looking for? I got my chisel. Okay, so let's see. Which one did I want for? Well, now I don't have it listed. All right, let's see. I kind of like that one I was using, but now I want to save it for something else. Let's take a look at small concave pillar and see what that was. That's the one. I think that's the one we used. That's not bad. Bad, right? Well, just don't ruin your steak. People who ask for ketchup on their steak, they're heathens, but I'm not going to punish them for that. That just shows they have bad taste. Dang it. No, stop it. It shows they have bad taste. But, okay, still going to work when I finally fix it. Okay, that's all that matters. Yeah. Highly recommend Waiting. The sequel, not as good. Ryan Reynolds is not in it. Almost the whole cast is not in it. There's very few people who came back. Dane Cook's first movie had a small part in that. I'm a big Dane Cook fan. I know Dane Cook, not quite as popular now as he was, but I thought Dane Cook was hilarious. There's got quite a few people in there that you will recognize from other movies. I wouldn't say, other than Ryan Reynolds, he's probably one of the biggest stars in there. Can't remember her name. Dang it. The female lead is phenomenal. Cannot remember her name either. Damn it. There's a lot of people in there you've seen from other things, so I highly recommend. Good pill. Not the one I wanted. I may have to sit down and watch. I mean, I don't watch TV or movies much at all, especially at home by myself. Pretty much everything I watch is online content, and 99% of that is Rooster Teeth content. I'm a first member. I have been for 16, 17 years now, and I watch dang near at least 3/4 of the stuff that they put out. Some stuff I'm not into, but most of it's pretty phenomenal. But I recommend their stuff. But occasionally I watch some other things, and I'm kind of in the mood to sit down and watch Waiting again. That's a very good movie. It's been probably 4 or 5 years since I've watched it. Speaking of great things on the internet, all right, I'm going to throw this at you guys. I want to take a moment here because you may not have heard what I'm about to talk about. This is another YouTube channel I'm actually going to point you at here for a minute. I don't do that very often. But there is a channel called Viva La Dirt League. And it's started off as a group of 3 guys, 3 friends. And they started making video game themed skits. So their content were little skits referencing things and pointing out the silliness of some of the stuff that happens in video games. And early on, their very first popular one is something called NPC Man. And it's starring one of the guys, and he's Greg the Garlic Farmer. He's an NPC in a game that is basically World of Warcraft, where the names have been changed so that they, don't get sued. But he's Greg, and people give quests, and it's just kind of showing you the silliness and the craziness of things that happen in there in just short 3 to 5 minute videos. And they are hilarious. I've been watching them for years. Cannot recommend them high enough. They do other stuff too. They play a lot of PUBG. So they got a lot of really funny PUBG, like one skit based on watching third person, or playing third person. These two guys are sneaking up and they're all in the gear, and the guy gets to the wall and goes, "Hold on, let me see what's ahead." And he puts his face up against the wall, because if third person, you're looking over the shoulder, you can see around walls where you normally can't. The other guy's like, because he's immersed in the game, the other guy, "What are you doing?" Just making fun of some of those things to the point of silliness, about how food heals you, and mocking the whole thing, that the armor that female characters get protects just as good as the male characters, but only covers 1/10 of them. That's a running gag they make fun of a lot. But I highly recommend checking them out. But the reason I bring it up, they did a Kickstarter last year. They wanted to make their first actual short film. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but they got enough, and they finally put it out. And it just came out a couple of days ago. And it's called Balin's Route, or Route, depending on where you're from. But Balin is one of the characters from the NPC Man world. Balin is the fishing guy, and no matter what's going on in the story, or what characters are doing what, he comes walking along with his hat with his fishing pole over his head, and all he says is, "Good morning. Nice day for fishing, ain't it?" And that's all he says all the time. So this short story is called Balin's Route. And it's basically like an NPC's path. And Balin, an NPC, gets pulled into an adventure in the game unexpectedly. That's all I'm going to say about it. But I will tell you this, it's a freaking masterpiece. It is amazing what these guys put out content-wise. It is so good. And it's free on YouTube. Balin's Route is what it's called. Balin, I believe, is B-A-E-L. Balin's Route. It's like 36 minutes long. It's just a very short film. It's like watching an episode of a 30-minute sitcom. But it is phenomenal. It's so well done. And so I will say that. I mean, I like their stuff enough that if you wanted to leave my stream to go watch that, I would not be upset. It's so good. I've never spoken with them. I follow them on Twitch a little bit. I've watched them stream. I've been following their stuff for years. They are just really, really talented guys. So, and they've hired on. It's not just guys now. I think there's like 5 or 6 of them that are full time as part of the group now. They've got a Patreon, and they're big enough that they were able to afford to bring more people on full time. So, I will recommend that out. You got 30 minutes to blow, and you like video games at all, especially anything fantasy based, World of Warcraft, EverQuest, Skyrim. It kind of pokes fun at all of the different little tropes and stuff that you see in the video games. But the acting, this one's got a really serious, kind of heartfelt story to it. While there's some silliness, great effects. I highly recommend checking it out. So, I meant to talk about that yesterday. I didn't get a chance to, because I was working on so much other stuff. But really, really wanted to mention that today. I posted on like my Twitter and stuff like that, because I definitely would love to see these folks get to make more stuff like that. And they're not a sponsor. I've never spoken to one of them. But it is good content I recommend checking out. So, Balin's Route, or Viva La Dirt League, the name of the production company. They are really, really good. What made me think of that right now is that they have a series they do. It's where they're all employees of like an electronics store, like a Best Buy kind of thing, but a bit smaller. And again, it's making fun of the customer interactions, or even the stupidity from one employee to another. But they definitely go above and beyond into sarcasm and make it like crazy stuff. They're having a conversation in a recent one about how the one guy's just sitting there and he's wiggling around very weird. And people are like, "We got guys walking. What's wrong?" Because I've forgotten how to walk. It's like, "What do you mean you forgotten how to walk?" I'm like, "I started thinking about how walking works, and then I forgot how to walk." And he's like, "Don't be stupid." He's like, "All right, then show me." And then that guy's like, "I'm thinking about it too much. I can't remember how to walk." And it's just this big running thing where everybody's forgetting how to walk. It was just really funny. And their skits are 5 or 6 minutes long normally. Highly recommend. Let's see. What did I miss? I know I was chatting there for a minute. Sing in. I'm so happy you're live. Well, I'm so happy you came by. Good day. Pump Rain. What we are making today is going to be a gladiatorial arena. A request from Turtle, who is one of our moderators and friend of the channel. Draven, every time I click on an item, my game crashes on a server. Do you know why? I mean, is it a specific item, or is it every single thing? If it's every single thing, then it's possible your computer just can't handle it, which sucks, but it can happen. If there's just so much going on the server, your PC can't load it all. Or there could be something corrupted in the server itself. If it's happening to everybody on the server, then you're more likely to be a server issue. If it's happening to just you, it's more likely to be something with your game, your profile, or your PC, like I said, not being able to handle it. If it is just you, whoever manages the server, you can have them go in and delete you from the server, so you can come back in fresh. That has helped us in a few situations. It'll put you back at spawn. You'll lose everything you had, so if you've got experience points or stuff like that. Put your gear in a box somewhere so you can get it all back, everything you built will still be there. It's just going to delete you and anything you've, on you memory-wise stuff. But we've done that before on our server. We've run into problems, and it definitely helped. Found Balin's Route. We're going to watch it real quick and be back in third. Man, jump on it, Jim. It's phenomenal. The young lady who stars in it is just a straight-up actor. She's not part of their regular group, and she did so well. Oh, she did such a good job. I was so excited when I followed her on Instagram. I thought she was so good in the role. All right, so there is our ground floor. So this is where the battle or the fight or the adventures would begin. And it's big enough that if I wanted to put some horses in here and have kind of like a chariot race without the chariots, have a horse race around the edge, you could do that. It's big enough for that. That's kind of what I was looking for size-wise. If I put a horse on this, I mean, it would take a couple minutes to get around. Not saying I'm going to have horses, but who knows, right? You can do that. Obstacle course you have to do on horseback. That'd be kind of fun. I'm on a server with friends. Do you know a way to kill them? Well, now that depends. Is there a reason you want to kill their characters? I'm assuming we're talking about they're maxed androids. And I'm assuming you're not. There really isn't much you're going to be able to do there, to be honest with you. Max androids are pretty hard to kill, especially if they've got some decent... they got full supreme, that's what I was going to say. There's not much you're going to be able to do unless you get to the same level as they are. The best thing you can hope for is to destroy their charging power source, so that way they don't have power healing them anymore. But odds are, if they're anything like me, they've got a battery on them that's so high that you could unplug them for hours and it wouldn't have a problem. There's not one thing specifically I know that can kill them, just them, but trying to think of anything offhand that would just straight up kill them. And I don't know many things that'll just straight up kill them. The only thing I've had kill me straight up as an android. The thing is that androids, like if you look at, you can't see it, let me show you. If you look up here in the top corner here of my screen, I'm going to move my event list for a minute. It shows my life, 390% of my life because of the power. I'm at 100% battery. Oh, finally made 100% battery. That's cool. We're working on that for a while. So the power that they have in their battery is going to heal them once they get that perk, and if they're smart, they're going to. So the problem is it's going to keep healing them almost as quickly as you could do damage. You need to do 390% over what their maximum life is in basically 5 seconds or less. You have to be able to do something that's going to cause a horrendous amount of damage in one shot. Because they heal themselves so quickly, they're just going to heal over time. I died recently in a fight with the Ender Dragon because there was an explosion that did a horrendous amount of damage in one spot. So if you can get them to a place... are you guys if you're playing Project E and you get the high capacity TNT out of that, you could do some serious damage. At the same time, you got to be careful. That can break a server. Things that can do that much damage, that big of an explosion, the server's going to is going to struggle to load all that. That's the other issue you're going to run into. Turtle says, Macarose, can you describe what you see the Realm Gate looking like in your brain? Well, like I said, it's like half a McDonald's arch, right? It's incredibly smooth. It's like almost like a whitish titanium, a little bit lighter than titanium, like whitish blue. If you were to look at it, here. If I was to pick a material that it was most like, it's gonna be closer to block of diamond simple. It's a little bit darker though, probably a little bit closer to block of diamond, but that one is the color changes too much. It would be a one solid color. I've seen one before. Is it silver? Is it aluminum? There's one that I've seen. Block of silver is probably block of silver and block of tin are the closest to the color that I've pictured it to be. I would want it to look very smooth like that. The whole point is it's supposed to be incredibly smooth and you can't scratch it, you can't mar it in any way. Kind of the goal there, right? Give me one other quick second if you don't mind here. I'm going to quickly grab here. It's take me just a minute here. It's not it. That's not it. I put 2 there. So here we go. So what I'm going to show you, kind of what the shape of it looks like, except I would want it to be smoother than that. Takes a second to load this up where you guys can see it. I didn't normally these type of things I preloaded if I'm going to be showing you guys stuff. Of course. So that's obviously way too big. It's obviously not that big. It needs to be big enough that you could put 2 or 3 wagons through side by side. But it doesn't need to be higher than a frickin' castle, obviously. But I want it to be kind of shaped like that, rounded, except I want it to be completely, it's a metal, it's supposed to be like a metal no one's ever seen before, and it's supposed to be perfectly smooth, impervious to everything. Can't be scratched, can't be burned, can't be darkened. You could probably paint it and everything, but I mean, you can't do any physical damage to the metal. So, sorry that took a minute to do that, but I want to show it. G'day, Paul. What up, sir? Answering what a realm gate looks like in Merged Worlds was the question there. So took a minute to load that all up. All right, where were we? All right, so we're here. We got this. So this is going to be our ground floor. So now we need to worry about building it up. So we need to build stands. So we're going to need a lot of chairs for that. Probably hang banners around it. That would probably look cool. And then I'm going to have a couple entrances. Platinum. Platinum's a little bit too blue. It needs to be a little bit lighter than that. I would still say it's going to be a little bit closer to silver. A block of silver. Let me grab some. I'll show you. Say, hypothetically. Except, here's the thing. It couldn't have the lines. It needs to be one long, smooth thing. Another reason why I have a hard time doing it in Sky Factory. But it would be of that color, but it would be one solid piece. There should be no scratches, mars. There are some symbols on it that glow when it's active, but no one knows what they mean. One of the fusion reactors is that liquid oxygen is a coolant for the excess of the PRC oxygen problem. You can, I believe so, Paul. For the excess oxygen problem, we found a fix. I mean, we cleared that up. I'm not sure if you're to that yet. You're in 2 episodes. We find a fix for it a little bit later on. But there is a reactor that uses it, yes. And I'm pretty sure you're correct. It's the fusion reactor, but that's huge thing I'm not going to build. Not building that thing again. That thing is just more time than it's worth. I like the big fission reactor. I like the challenge of filling it up. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to have 2 doors, right? I need to have 2 doors. Actually, I need 3 doors. You need 1 here on the side, and then 1 at each end. Now, to put this at the end, I need to figure out how many blocks there are. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31. Oh, thank God it's an odd number. I was pretty sure I did an odd number. I'm so happy I did. Perhaps. Wow. Okay, don't anybody say anything. Don't anybody say anything. Don't. Hang on. Perhaps I'm going to help you out here. Let me show you something cool. Built this yesterday. This is the more s'more double sminget. Completely automated. This makes chocolate. This makes marshmallow. And this makes graham cracker. And this puts it all together. So right now, I have the more s'more completely automated in one compact machine. So when we go back outside of my compact machine, when it loads, there we are. We go to our inventory. There it is, 316 more s'more double smingets. They build a little slowly because there's a bit of a bottleneck on the graham cracker and the milk, but it will automatically be completely, it's completely automated, which was kind of cool. I really had only started out wanting to fully automate chocolate, but we ended up automating the entire thing, which is pretty cool. It was, I knew I wanted to do chocolate. That was a big one for me. And so when I got in there, I was like, well, let's go ahead and do marshmallow too. And then the further we got, I'm like, well, now I'm halfway here. Let's just make the whole dang thing, right? So that was kind of fun. All right, need number 6. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, that's the middle. The exit should be that big. This will actually be stairs down. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. What up, bee-boo? How goes it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And again, that one's going to be stairs. Because I'm going to go down underneath. We have a gladiator area. Here comes the hard part. I got to count this, so I apologize. I'm going to count for just a minute. Bear with me. 19, 20, 9, 30. City. $9.80. Oh no, it's an even number. Oh, I was so afraid I was going to do that. All right, it means it's got to be a bigger door. All right, so I said 84, so now I got to go back 42. 1, 2. 6, 7, 30. 6, 7, 3, 40 for 1, 42. Addicted to Merge Worlds. Well, that's a nice thing to hear. That is awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying sharing it. Now, I don't have 4 entrances. That would just be silly. I do have 3. The thoughts are, right, you have your gladiators will come out each thing at the end, but if they were to fight something, they would come through the big door. In theory. So, we've got that. So there's our base ground. Now, I will use either... I've got flare lanterns underneath, so I probably don't actually have to put anything lighting down. I'm on a server just recommending your stream right now. Wow, perhaps. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Definitely appreciate that. Word of mouth is huge. I get that a lot. Like, how can we help your channel grow? Man, just tell people. If you're hanging out with someone and they need help, point them towards one of my tutorials. Shoot them to our Discord. It would be awesome. In a Minecraft, I built Serenity once. A long time ago. The bare bones of Serenity. The temple, the keep, the wizard's tower, and several points of interest, including secret passageways and all the stuff. I had the crystal cave underneath the temple. I had all that stuff. But I did it back in vanilla a long, long time ago. So my options, I was in creative, but it still took forever because I didn't know anything about seeds at that point. So I found a world with the flattest I could, and then I spent 2 months flattening it. 2 months with just breaking it by hand and using TNT to blow up mountains and lighting fire to forests. It took me 2 months to completely flatten an area big enough to do that. I was going to go on and then build the towns around it as well, but then that computer crashed and I lost it. Essay I have to finish. Oh, all right. Well, best of luck with your schoolwork, sir. All right, so we've got that. That's set. I like that. All right, but yeah, I have done that before. It did take a long time. I think I worked on it for about 7 months. Again, while I spent the whole time watching Achievement Hunter. It was right around that time when that computer crashed. I had to get another one that I figured, okay, I'm going to get one that can handle playing Sky Factory 3. And that's what I started. Didn't handle it well, but it did okay. And then once I started streaming, it just couldn't do any of that. Computer, all of it was corrupted. There was no saving it. We tried. All right, so we have the basic iron. Now we have to build the outside. So I'm going to have 2 spaces, one below. That's going to be the walking area around, and then I will have it coming up kind of auditorium seating on the 4 sides with something a little special in the corner. The symbols, white, like they just glow whitish, I would say. Like a whitish blue. I've never really come up, to be honest with you. I don't think I've probably said in the past, but I don't off the top of my hand remember. I'd have to go back and look, I'd say. But the symbols, they're very, very faint. Like you can just barely see them when it's almost like they're more rippling. So imagine almost like snow, if they're more like runes, right? Almost like a snowflake, different sized runes that weave together that just very lightly kind of fade in and out, not all at the same time, but more like a flickering, like starlight kind of thing. It's the concept. Right. Well, that's the thing. It's magical energy, so it's visible. It's kind of thing. That's the thing about it's almost impossible to recreate things exactly, of course. All right, let's see. What are we going to do now? I need some ground floor that's not going to take away from anything. I don't want the smooth again. I'm already using that raw. I think that's actually smoother. Let's take a look. No, it's too textured. I want something smooth. So I'm going to need something with a pillar. Something with a pillar. What's a pillar I'm not going to use? I'm not going to use that thing. It's a monstrosity. Let's see what that does. Yes, that's what I want. Something that looks like smooth tiles. Excellent. That's perfect. Let's see. I'm back. I had pictures of my PC. New keyboard, can't find software. My new keyboard will be arriving tomorrow, as will the new headphones. That was the which was the last donation goal. So I thank you all for that. We'll have to do some GTA here in the next couple weeks. To bust them in, because I'd like to try that. There it is. Pillar. yeah, we'll have to bust those out. I've been ready to do some more GTA. I need to put together something specific to do in GTA. What I'd like to do is not just a, hey, let's get in and do races, but maybe like some type of fun challenge or race around the map kind of thing. You know what I mean? Something that's just kind of a custom us. That might be fun to do. Maybe come up with my own type of let's play game to do in it. Inviting in anybody who wants to play. And then at the same time, putting together some actual races and such as well. One side. Down. I'm not sure I'm going to do it in the corners. The corners may have something slightly different. That's why I'm leaving them empty for now until I know for sure. Ooh. I was going through lots of this stuff. A bunch of it, man. Ba-doop. Bring your own vehicles? Yeah, it would definitely be bring your own vehicles if we do it online. That sometimes can be not the fairest thing, because not everybody has the same level of vehicles. I would probably do some limitations, like nothing that flies kind of thing, you know. I think at least keep it on the ground. I don't think that's too much, right? I know I could be using the gadget for this, but I enjoy building. I like the building side of Minecraft. That's one of my favorite things. We get into what I call this the mindless building, when I can just sit and chat with you guys, and it's easy for me to keep an eye on chat and keep caught up because I'm just kind of doing this fun stuff in the background. Whoop! Too far. May still use those. I just haven't decided if I'm going to go all the way around or not. Find out which mod makes nickel an obtainable thing. Nickel's in Sky Factory 4. Nickel. Sky Orchard's Thermal Foundation is where they pull nickel from in Sky Factory 4. So that might be the first place you want to look. Thermal Foundation. I think a lot of the alternative metals come from thermal, if I remember correctly. That might help you out a little bit. That's how I find stuff. I go in, if it's in Sky, if I know a mod pack it's in, go in and see where they got it. But yeah, we'll do some. We may work out some GTA maybe next, like a week from today, next Tuesday. And I also want to get a community Jackbox in the near future. The members only stream is this upcoming. No, not this upcoming. The 22nd. So not this weekend, but I think the weekend after is the members stream. And I may have some different things. We'll definitely do Jackbox, but I may pull a couple other things in there as well. Let's see if we. Whoops. So I've got another. I bought another game that's like Jackbox, but it's just one. It's called Use Your Words. It's another one of those games that you play with your phone. And Yerbs, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I will do your spin here in spins in just a second. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, we will. Use Your Words is a game I've never played it. I just got it. I don't know anything about it, but I know it's been streamed. And it just works just like Jackbox, except it's a standalone game by somebody else. So I went and picked it up. Thought maybe we might give that a try in the member stream before I do it in full. Before I do it in full audience, full community, to see if it works well. All right. So I'm a man of my word, and so now we're gonna do some spins, and I have to do 3 spins because I owe a spin for our new member today as well. A new member joined up today, which is great. We lost a member and gained a member today. It worked out well. And before anybody asks, I don't know who we lost. I never know that. It doesn't tell me. I just see the total of how many we have. So unless I was to go back and start tracking every week, month a list, but people need to drop off. I'm not going to hound them for it. Jaeger, of course it is. All right. 1 Jaeger. Double shot. Yerbs, you got a double shot to choose. Any of the blues. And Jaeger. Wow. I've got 2 Jaegers and a double shot of your choice, my friend. I will say this. We've got about 2 shots left of the moonshine before we switch to strawberry. Got plenty of yet. My God, I just bought this and it's already half empty. I literally bought this bottle of Jaeger like a week ago. already almost half empty. Worry about these. Gerbshire's Moonshine. Bless you, sir. We do the Moonshines first because I only got one clean shot cup last, and I'd rather have a little bit of Moonshine in there when I do the Jaeger than have the Jaeger in there when I try to do the Moonshine. No, Colonel, you calm down. And after I do these, to kill the taste, I have a strawberry roll. Check that out. Check that out. All right, so let me throw this away. All right, so we're going to do. I'm going to do these two first. Take a minute to rest myself. We'll be using the Jim and Smashly. When the DM smiles, it's already too late. Shot glass. It's my last one I have. All right, so I'll do both of these. Give it a minute, then I will hit the Jaegers. Oh, I should pull the wheel down. Doing better about remembering the wheel. I'm trying to do better about it. Say that I always will. Want it to look like that. First of all, that's not going to work anyway. I don't really want that pattern underneath. Let's see. Actually, it'll be hidden, so that actually wouldn't be that bad. I forgot I need to do 3, not 2. Whoops. Now we'll use this. Because the stairs have to start. Stairs I'm going to use for the seating. That's going to sit on top of this layer here. 2 of them are visible, but there's a 3rd one there. Shot number 1. Thank you very much. These ones are actually a little bit. This is a 1.5 shot compared to my regular one. This is 1.5 of what my regular shot glasses are. I checked. This definitely holds way more. So here we go. Thank you very much, Yerbs, and our newest member. There's a swallow in there. I'll do that later. All right. All right. Finish this row, then I'll do that shot. Wow. Whoops. Oh, look at that. God. For a failure there. Forgot I was on the short side. Chicago. Okay. Ornamental pillar. Well, we don't have enough. So let's get some more marble. Oh, well, you know what? Before I just look it up, let's see if I got any in here. 406. Oh, no. Yeah, all those should work. I'll turn all these into it. So that's going to be this guy. This guy. Uh-oh. Did I do something different? Uh-oh. Did I use a different one? What is that? Ornamental pillar. Oh, no, it wasn't in the same position. Greek capped. Ah, poop. Where's ornamental pillar? Greek capped, core cap, plain. Right? Let me check that again. Ornamental pillar, marble. Marble. Or capped green. There it is. Wow. That's a completely different order. Okay. That again. Now I've lost it again. How in the hell am I losing this thing? It's elemental pillar, for the love of God. Decor, Greek, plain, scribed. Throw one up in there. Plain capped. I know I haven't had enough drink to be this insane. I'm just not finding the damn ornamental pillar. That's it right there, right? All the wrong one. that was a bigger challenge. Now I need a shot, my God. Shot number 2. Feeling I'm going to miss the sour apple. I have a feeling the strawberry is not going to bode well. Anything like the peach, man. Peach was rough. All right. No, I try to do a different flavor every time, at least until I run out of flavors. Is kind of the goal. I'm trying to do them all. And every time I think I have, every time I think I've done that, they come out with a new flavor. So, again, not a complaint, mind you. I'm okay with that. All right, so let's see. When it comes to marble, I've got these stairs. That's what I'm going to need for chairs. But I kind of don't like that, to be honest with you. I don't like that it's bricked. I would rather it be smooth. See how it looks when I put a couple next to each other. Well, that's not too bad. It does change the texture a little bit, right? Okay, that could work. I'm going to need to make a bunch of them, but it could work. What more routes than this? Wow, I'm already out. Okay. How it goes again? Popping in to say hello. Going well, my friend. Going well. Building a gladiatorial arena today by request, which is fun. Also about to drink some Jaeger, not by demand, by evil demand. Filing system for your stream. Filing, like, you mean like the filing cabinets for your simple storage? I think that might be, I don't know what you mean. All right, now we're back to this. Make that, I need Astral Sorcery Marble. Go back to, no, that's raw. That's Astral. It kills me. It has to be the special marble to make the special thing. Even though they're all coming from the same thing, I've got to cut them once to cut them twice. Oops. Silliness, I tell you. Doohickey. Many a chair. That is not many a chair. That is some a chair, but that'll be okay. Ooh. One more. Beep. Another one down. Bit. Filing cabinet? Yeah. I do a lot of that outside of camera just because I know it can be boring for people. So I understand doing it for your stream. I'm going to use a block other than marble behind these to put the next stairs on, because they're going to be hidden, and I'm going to need a lot of marble, so I'd rather waste like a cobblestone that's not going to be. Oh. How do you pull out of the filing cabinet? Do I have to have simple storage for that part? You don't have to. You can use a magnifying glass, which will let you pull the file out of the filing cabinet. You'll see them all. You can pull out the one you want. Then you put it in your inventory and you can pull out a stack. Or you can just hit the ground with that, and if it's like a brick, it'll just drop one down. But simple storage is definitely the easiest way to get this stuff out of it, and the way I would recommend. Especially since if you're already at filing cabinets, you probably have the stuff to build the basic simple storage. No, it's 2 more blocks and some cables, so you're pretty good there. All right. So I think I am going to go around it with the walkway all the way around. I think that's a good call. So that means we need to go back to get more marble. It's going to be a walkway, kind of. You probably don't, because I barely do. But we'll figure it out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and turn the fan on, though, because taking shots of alcohol makes me hot. And good looking. Hot by both ways, if you know what I mean. That's a pre-Jaeger Dorito I just popped there. I give myself a gift before I give myself your punishments. All right. Need more marble. Raw marble. Raw marble. I'm a streamer and doing tutorials once I have my software. Excellent. Always room for help out there. That should be enough. Oh, my chisel's about to break. Oh. It was good, wasn't it? So yeah, I recommend, if you haven't already, just go back. If you enjoyed that, watch the other NPC Man videos. You'll find them all on their YouTube channel. I follow them on Facebook, so I see them every time they come out. They put one out a week kind of thing, if not more. And they'll do compilations of ones that are alike. It's so good. So good. Highly recommend it. Again, just as an example of how good I think it is, I'm telling people it's okay to leave my stream to go watch it. Like, that's, you're not going to find that a lot from people streaming, right? Not a lot of people are going to be like, hey, stop helping me and go help someone else. I'm not saying I'm a nice person. I'm saying it's just that good. Do I have an anvil? I'm going to need some diamond. Diamond in the rough. I do. Good. I don't have 4 enchantment. Wow. Mm-hmm. 21. Well, that's enough now. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Jim. Yeah, definitely. Again, I was just saying the same thing to Traco. Highly recommend checking out their stuff. Like their just regular videos, and even their stuff that's not from the NPC Man world. All of it's so good. Nice day proficient, ain't it? You watch some of the videos, he's just a laughable in the background character too. Balin's not even a main character in any sense of the word, so it is it's fun to see him kind of get that. Balin is played by a guy named Rowan, who also plays the manager of the electronics store in the electronic skits, and he plays a turd really, really well. Really well. Need more chisel. Where was it again? Ornamental pillar. Previds, but deleted them because of the quality. Just take some time to figure it out, man. Don't give up by any means. Yeah, don't give up. My first foray into streaming was not pretty at all. Mostly because my computer was horrible. By the time I started making videos for this, I had a little bit of an edge because I'd already been making video vlogs and editing them for my other channel because I had a weekly weight loss vlog for my weight loss surgery thing. So I already had all the editing programs and stuff before I even started messing with Minecraft tutorials. I'd already been working on things like camera and microphone and stuff like that, so when it came time for streaming, my biggest deficit was I had a crap webcam, and my computer couldn't handle my computer could handle me playing the game. It couldn't handle me playing the game and streaming. And because it could handle me playing the game, I didn't realize that was going to be a problem once I started streaming, you know? Let's see. Is he the same for me, Colonel? Oh, yeah, we did that one. Julian says, "Now this might sound bad for you, but do you want to join a server with me?" I really appreciate the offer, Julian. I really do, but I'll be honest, I really don't have time. With as much as I stream, plus I'm still working almost 25 to 30 hours in my other job, then all the off-camera time, editing, filming tutorials and such, I barely have time to go into the servers that I run for the channel. We have 2 members servers for the channel, and it's a rare day I get a chance to jump on and even see anybody. I got to jump on our Pixelmon one. It was earlier today, or was it yesterday? It was yesterday. I jumped into that and got to look and see what everybody was building. And it looked really cool. I was excited to get a chance to see it all, but I struggled to find the time at this point. Which in itself is not a bad thing. I'm doing a lot of stuff that I enjoy doing. It just keeps me busy. I do appreciate the offer, though. I really, really do. I just have a hard time getting there. Jaeger shot number 1. Get this over with. There you go. Phew. You know, having the moonshine first. That's a real letdown. All right. I poured the second Jaeger so I can set it aside. I have it here. I'm going to give myself a minute. Then I'm going to do it. But I'm going to take a bite of this strawberry roll. I am. Oh. A few things back in my son's bag for his trip. All right. Good deal. Yeah. Take all the time you need, man. Oh, that's not far enough. Doesn't make sense. Why is that not lining up? Why is that not lining up? It should line. Oh, I see. That's an extra. Now it lines up. Phew! Scared myself a minute. Spinal surgery. That is rough sauce, sir. I wish you the very best to you and your family for that. I understand. I've mentioned it before. My wife had brain surgery about 7 years ago. And it is not a fun thing to have to sit and watch someone you love go through stuff like that. So, best of luck to you and your family, sir. Speaking of 7 years ago, I forgot to mention this last night, but last night was technically, I guess you'd say, Mother's Day. That's not important. What I'm saying is, more importantly, Sunday was my wife's and my 6-year wedding anniversary. And it was our anniversary. Couldn't remember how many years it was. And we were together, of course, several years before that. We moved into this house the October after we got married. So this upcoming October, I'll have lived in this house 6 years. So kind of shy. I realized it's quite that long. You know what I mean? Time flies, kind of a thing there. All right, so there we go. We've got that. So the goal here is this. Put one extra here on each side for a stair. Then I'm going to go up a level and do it again, but take it out a level, a shot further. That is not what I meant to do. There's going to be a lot of fire involved with this too, I should tell you. Like fire. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, it was definitely a lot longer than my first marriage. Thought about streaming on servers. No, I have not. Mostly because I hate multiplayer gaming. I've always been a solo player. Plus, with as much as I stream, and my schedule for that, it would be very hard to find people who can be on there as much and as often as I would need them to be to make regular content. So, then also, I'm putting unless it's my server, I'm putting my hands in the hope that whoever's running the other server isn't letting in douchebags who will say or do things during a stream that could get my channel canceled, demonetized, or whatever. So, it's a big gamble there to put your hands when you're trying to make this my actual livelihood. You know, it's a gamble to put that in someone else's hands. So I'm going to, on my members server, I was just talking about this earlier, we're going to have some Let's Plays with members of the community and stuff, and some things I'm going to build in Minecraft, but that'll be on my server. That will be inviting people who are part of the membership program specifically, because they've been here longer. I know them. You know what I mean? Plus, that's not going to be streamed. It's going to be more edited content, I think. May stream a couple of them. I'm not saying we're not going to stream any, but it's intended more to be do several and edit those in actual Minecraft videos. Because I've had a lot of people ask for that. Could you do highlights of your streams? I just don't have 4 hours to watch every day, and I get that. Or could you make some shorter content that's like just 30 minutes or an hour long of a Let's Player of a game? So I'm looking into ways to do that because I've got a lot of requests for that type of content on the channel. So I am working on that. It's just trying to find a way to do that in a way that people will actually enjoy. Okay, here's the middle. Here's the middle. Here we go. That's the middle. That's the middle. That's important because once I get all the stairs done, I'm going to cut a chunk of the stairs here and make a special raised box for the king, emperor, or more likely me. Only 3 people and we all play 5-6 hours a day. Understandable. But yeah, I'll be honest, I get a lot of requests for people to play or play along the streams and such, but I always feel bad having to say no. But I do. Let's do, because I extended that, I want to do this one more, I think. One thing about going on an angle like this is, even though this is 2 and that's 3, it doesn't look as wide unless you make it extra wide, you know what I mean? Because you lose so much in the diagonal to the wall. 2 sides. Whoop. Right. 4, this should be the last. Then I'm going to quaff this last shot of nastiness. And then I'm all caught up on drinks for the night. All right. This is not looking bad at all. I like this. This is kind of what I had in my head. That's what I was looking for. The king's chair, of course, always goes opposite of the entry of whatever's coming in to fight him. He gets to look in all directions. He's a very cool guy, that king. So yes, there's that. I'm going to do something to add some texture to the ground in here. It's not just going to be all a big void of white. I'm thinking about putting kind of the tracks around it for would be like a racetrack or a horse racetrack while still keeping it in the color theme. I might do that just by changing some of the block types and putting down something more smooth like this, where this would be the lanes, if you will. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do with that yet, but I'm thinking on it. So the corners are always the problem. Making the corners look cool in something of this shape is always a struggle. But now we're going to be sneaky and we're going to switch over to cobblestone because I'm a sneaky person and I'm like a fat Canadian ninja. It's like you never see me coming, but I always have maple syrup when I do. Basically, that's what I'm saying as a fat Canadian ninja. Sorry, I find humor in that. Cobblestone. Ba-doop. Ba-doop. Oh, that's not even where that's supposed to go. Silly Draven. Rid of that. Rid of that. That goes here. One out further. So here's the question I thought of today. I like to throw questions at you guys. And, as a fat person, it's almost always food related. But today is not. Today is not a food day. Today is going to be a different type of question. And again, I like to stress these are optional questions. I'm just throwing fun things into the community chat that I think are entertaining and hope you find as well. Never feel you have to participate if it's not something you're comfortable in. I want to throw that disclaimer out there. But what is your guilty pleasure? What is the thing that you like or you enjoy, that you're a fan of, that you collect, that you like to eat or drink? What is a thing that is a guilty pleasure of yours that most people who know you don't really know about you? What's that guilty pleasure? This is the internet. You're mostly anonymous. Mostly, right? What is that thing out there that makes you you that no one in your regular life really knows about? Thought that might be a fun question to throw at everybody. What is your guilty pleasure? It can be anything. There's a lot of open rooms there. A friend of mine was talking to me the other day, big metalhead, hardcore thrash metal, all he listens to. Big, hardcore thrash metal. And I asked him, what's your guilty pleasure? He goes, honestly, love Christina Aguilera. Because I can listen to her every day of the week. Something about her voice. Something about her voice, he goes, just resonates for me. Love Christina Aguilera. I'm like, that's awesome. That's not something you would have expected to hear from that dude. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But it's still, still a guilty pleasure that the regular person in his life would never guess that's what he's into. You know what I mean? So, I thought that was an interesting little thing that he threw at me. That's what got me thinking. I can't remember what brought up the conversation for us, but something along those lines. I was like, wow, yeah. I'm gonna ask the community. Forgot to do it yesterday. Forgot to do a lot of stuff yesterday. Yeah, not everybody has a guilty pleasure. Oops. Everybody has one. And that's okay. You don't have to have a guilty pleasure. It's okay. I have a friend who, she's a huge animal person, and she, is very much against animal cruelty. She doesn't wear animal furs or any of that, which, again, it's fine. I'm saying that's how she is. But she's like, at least once every week or two, I've got to have bacon. She goes, I just can't not eat bacon. It's too tasty for me to not have bacon in my life. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that about you. As much as you're, pro animal stuff and everything, again, there's nothing wrong with that. She can still be against cruelty. But again, it's just one of those things that it surprised me. A lot of them are music-based. Music or movies, you know what I mean? Somebody's like, oh, yeah, it's like a big old tough-looking dude, but I love Riverdale. I'm like, so what? It's still his guilty pleasure. Nobody knows that I loved, not me, but this is something that nobody knows that I really enjoyed the Twilight movie. I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with liking them. But it's not the type of thing they would just throw at anybody. Let's see. I play Minecraft. I'm 26. Not normal where you're from. Get that. I can't think of it. Yep. Till 1 watching YouTube most nights. What? You should stop that. Who is making you do such a horrible thing? We need more marble. I just came in here to do it. I'm chatting with you guys. I have some marble already. Shoot, I could have done that already. Oh. Wait, what? There's. Oh, I don't have the right marble. Okay. Well, that's fixable. No, not those. Those I don't need. Listen and watch movies from the 40s. Well, that's right up there with my wife. My wife's the same way. She really likes the, I guess you'd call it older music. I like to tease my wife regularly because my wife is actually 2.5 years older than me. About 2.5 years. So I do my very, very best to remind her that she's so much older than me as much as I possibly can. By lovingly calling her things like a cougar and things like cradle robber, stuff of that nature. The kind of stuff you'd expect to see in a relationship full of love. Where's the Astral Sorcerer one? There it is. What is that? Get out of there. Why did that even happen? Sorry. Trying to get all this done here real quick. Yes, guilty pleasure. Anyways, I like all the Disney movies and sing the songs with Smashley. Absolutely. I am also a adequately sized Disney movie fan. To a point. Like, I like Disney movies, right? I like mostly the older Disney movies from when I was younger. I don't watch a lot of them now, but you know what I never did? I didn't make stairs out of it. But I really, classic stuff. I'll tell you the very first, here you go. Here's a story for you guys. So, before I lived with my old roommate, John lived with 2 other guys. With a guy named Jason and a guy named Woody. They lived in a 2-bedroom apartment. John had his own room. Jason and Woody shared a room. Just to, save money kind of a thing. Back then, I would just go and crash at John's house and hang out all the time. And I would usually go over there. And John had a closet in his bedroom that was designed for a washer or dryer, but they didn't have one. So he just put a single bed in there. It's perfect size. So people go over, they just crash out in this closet. So I used to crash in John's closet all the time on the weekends. But I had a birthday coming up, and my parents wanted to know what I wanted for my birthday. Now, it's important that all of you remember, I'm very, very old. Hello, Sleazies. Anciently old, really, if you want to think of the numbers. So, I want a CD player for my car. Now, this meant that I needed a little portable CD player with a wire that connected that attached to a thing that looked like a cassette tape that went in your cassette player and ran the CD music through your cassette player out your speakers. I, again, am very, very old. Sleazia says, all caught up on Merge Worlds, kind of, so I won't be able to binge listen to it anymore. Well, that's awesome. You caught up. That's a lot of material to listen to, dude. That is a lot. I am flattered you listened to that much. But that's awesome. Now you can listen and ask questions in real time. But yes, I am an ancient, decrepit old beast. So that's what I wanted. My parents were like, okay, we will get you one for your birthday. Now, at the time, I wasn't spending a lot of time at home. I spent most of my time working or staying at friends' places and things like that. I was 18-ish, almost 19, I think. Just I'd probably been about 18 and a half to 19 around that. And even though I technically still lived at home, I wasn't there very often. So my parents said they were going to hook me up with one of those for my birthday. I'm like, that's awesome. So I was talking about that with John at his house. That yeah, they're going to get me one. They're going to bring it by work in a couple of days. I just need to go get some CDs because I didn't have any CDs, right? I mean, I didn't have a CD player yet. But I wanted one. I'm like, I don't want to have the CD player and nothing to play on it. And my parents didn't have a lot of cash. I knew that they were getting me the CD player. They would not be providing me with CDs as well. Yeah, I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I'm like, all right, I need to get some CDs. It just so happens that Jason overheard me talking about that. And he's like, I'm actually going to go sell a bunch of CDs to make some cash for bill money this month. If you want to take a look at any of my CDs and see if it's something you want to get. Now, I knew Jason. I'd seen Jason and talked to him on occasion at John's place, but Jason worked third shift back then, and we didn't. So a lot of times he was asleep or not home. He was also the only one who had an actual steady girlfriend. So he wasn't around a whole lot. So I was like, yeah, sure. Jason was a long-haired, goth-looking dude and a very good-looking and a very intelligent person. Jason, still keep in touch with him through the internet and such. Very nice guy. And his younger brother. I went to college with his younger brother. Just kind of chatting that. And I'm like, well, and this is me, right? I'm like, okay, Jason, I'll be honest with you. I don't know most of the bands you have here. Because, again, my parents, also overwhelmingly protective, would not let me listen to any music that they considered evil. I'm sure some of you people can understand what I'm talking about and have had to live through the same type of stuff. For the younger person, I was coming into music for the first time of my life around this time period, as I was spending less time from home and realizing I've been very sheltered when it came to things like that. So I'm like, and he's like, well, let's talk about what you like. Because Jason didn't know me that well. He's like, well, what do you like? I'm like, I love Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper is my favorite thing in the world at that point. And Jason was like, you and I are now friends. Jason was a huge Cooper fan. So was John and I. But I didn't realize Jason's a huge Cooper fan. And that won me some bonus points in that one. But he's like, okay. And we talked about just some things for like 4 or 5 minutes. So he's like, all right, well, first of all, here's some I'm selling. And he offered to sell me an Alice Cooper CD that he accidentally had 2 of. I think he bought one and then someone gave him one as a gift. Like Alice Cooper Classics, which was a greatest hits kind of a thing. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll take that. And then he's like, he goes, you should get this, which is Guns N' Roses, because you don't know much about. I knew some Guns N' Roses, but I didn't know much. And again, this is mid-90s. Guns N' Roses not that hip at this point. But still, I'm like, okay. Of course, technically, I guess you could say neither was Alice. But then he turned me onto this. He goes, I think you would like this band. He goes, plus, you're just the way I dressed and stuff. I never really considered myself gothic, per se. But somebody outside of the circle seeing me would very likely have labeled me such. Dyed black hair. I was growing my hair long back at the time. Black nail polish. Only wore black. That kind of thing. Lipstick. It doesn't matter. Wore a cape. That was me back when I was 18 and 19. And I wore what I liked. I didn't care what people thought. I've never really been a big fan about wearing what people thought. So he's like, you should listen to this band. I'm like, okay. And he sold me Typo Negative's Bloody Kisses, their second album. And not gonna lie, changed my freaking life right there. Still one of my favorite bands. If I'm just in a mood, that's my morose music. That's my, when I'm just, not depressed, but I'm just in a blah and I'm just deep, maybe I'm thinking philosophical kind of stuff. You know, maybe I'm having deep thoughts that day or something. Something's dwelling on my mind. Typo Negative comes out. Bloody Kisses. And then after that, I bought October Rust, their third album, almost immediately after. Within a week of hearing Bloody Kisses, I needed their newest album, which was October Rust at the time. Phenomenal. Phenomenal music. Peter Steele. Feel bad we lost Peter. Good stuff. I'm trying to figure whether or not I should make the stands go in the corner here. I think I could pull it off. But it would be a bit of a challenge. Let's do one corner and see what we think here. Okay? Get your guys' opinion on it. Oh, that's not right. That's not right. Picture of the portal. All right, cool. I'll check it out after the stream, Turtle. Thank you. Thank you, Clay, for the sub. Appreciate that. But yeah, huge, big thing. Typo Negative from that point on. Why did I bring that up? Well, let's talk about it. Not sure this is going to work. We're going to see. I also wanted more CDs. So at that time period, McDonald's was selling CDs of Disney music. And I bought them all. It was like there was a Heroes soundtrack, so there was a Villains soundtrack, there was like a love song. There's a bunch of different ones with themes, and there were a hodgepodge of Disney songs. And I was like, okay, like I got those too. So when I wasn't jamming to the goth band Typo Negative or Alice Cooper or Guns N' Roses, I was jamming to Disney music. It's basically the point I'm trying to get to at that point. Which, again, absolutely nothing wrong with that. I enjoy some Disney music. I cannot build this one for nothing. Lord. Struggling with that brick. This may look stupid. We're going to try it and we're going to see. Some of these may not work as well. We're going to try. My thought here was to try to... No, that's not going to work. I did that wrong. I was going to try to angle them around the corners. Where they... That's not going to work unless I do it like this. You see what I'm going for there? Maybe. But I'm not sure I'm going to like the way that looks. No, we're going to kill that. Crash, have a good night. All right, Salesius, thanks for coming by. Have yourself a wonderful day. I still have a Jaeger shot in front of me I just realized I haven't taken yet. Give me a second, and I will physically hurt myself with that. Let's see. That's an extra one, right? Clean up my mess here. All right, so here we go. Phew. Oh, my God. Came close there for a second. Thought we were going to lose that one for a second. Shops or bathroom in the corner? No, I don't kind of want that up there. I'm thinking more of a Greek-Roman kind of thing. So I had an idea. I'm going to do it. I was just trying to make the seats work for it a little bit better. I need to go one more row up on seats, though. I have a problem. These two are matching, and they shouldn't. Why not? What am I doing wrong here? That should come to the bottom of that one. That should come to the bottom of that one. Two of them are the same height. Those ones are not. Is it like that on this side, too? Oh, It's not. I see where I made the problem. Okay. That one shouldn't be here. Okay, there we go. That's fixed. Realm gate? I always wish I could make it work like a nether portal, though, you know? Had to use chisel? Oh, that's a lot of work, man. That sounds like you put a lot of work in there, sir. And it also sounds like I may be too lazy to do that. Alright, let's get this done. That is not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. Go. Whoop! Too far. Way too far. Okay. This should be the last row of seating, I think. We'll take a look and see. It's possible we might go one more, but I'm thinking this is going to be it. Oop! Too far again. Oops, wrong block. I only want to put you by 4x1, that's alright. Here. Oh, that rainstorm didn't last that long. Whoops. What? Wrong button. I had, oh my god, wrong one. I had, was it earlier today? Where I was just messing up like crazy. That's cool. So much easier than what you've done. Or half, I'm not sure what you mean by half-size blocks. Or how that would benefit me. And if you mean easier than what I've done here, that's fine. I am someone who is never looking for the easiest way to do something. Lord knows, watching me, you guys should have picked up on that by now. Easy doesn't necessarily mean fun. I like the challenge of building, so the last thing I'm looking for in most situations is a shortcut. So, yeah, definitely not. Whoop! Hello. Drunk building. I'm not drunk. Even buzzed at this point. Which is fine. Whoa! Oh, that worked out perfectly for my failure, didn't it? Maybe? No, I went over too far. Okay. My bad. Fix that guy. I may have to take the stands up one further. Now, again, as a reminder, there are no streams tomorrow. Thursday is the one day that I do not stream. But I will be, or sorry, Tuesday is the one day that I do not stream. But I will be back on Wednesday with a 3-hour block of Satisfactory. And then I will also be back with, we'll be having a 6-hour Minecraft stream that night. So definitely, looking to come up with some challenging builds. Maybe some automations that might take some time. That might be a good thing to work on in that. This one's been a very build heavy, maybe an automation heavy one for the 6 hour, or 50-50, depending on how much of this I can get done. And then Thursday, I have a 4-hour Satisfactory, I think. 3 or 4 hour Satisfactory. And then, of course, we have Merge Worlds. And then Friday, everything changes a little bit because I have only a 3-hour day stream, but we will be pausing Satisfactory for a few minutes. So that way we can jump into Subnautica Below Zero. That releases this upcoming Friday. So we will definitely be doing some of that. I like that, but I still feel I need to go one higher. I just don't think that's enough. I think we need to go one higher than that. Just because I want, for the grandiose scale thing I'm thinking of here, I just don't think that's high enough. I could probably go up 2 more and be okay with it. But we'll see. Let's see. Very time-taking and pointless, useless automation. ME drives. There you go. You are on the money, sir. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't normally take shortcuts. ME drives are long cuts. Like, it's creating more work to do something that's not as good. That's the opposite of shortcut. You want a shortcut? Honestly, if you wanted to use ME and you wanted a shortcut, use ME in filing cabinets. It's just as compatible with filing cabinets as simple storage is. And at least you would have horrendously more storage. As far as I know, that should give you the majority of the exact same crafting capabilities through ME to make a million of things you don't need a million of, which is why you would want ME. But you could still use filing cabinets over their useless drives. It's still compatible. I linked my ME drive to a drive of that nature, and it worked to filing cabinets, and it worked just fine. So you really want to use ME, but you don't want to spend hours and hours trying to make the smallest amount of space to pick stuff up in. Filing cabinets is your friend. Oops. I put that right on the end of the wrong spot, didn't I? Get over here. So they recently released some Marvel news. Let's talk about Marvel for a little bit. You guys Marvel fans? You like comic movies and stuff like that? I enjoy the Marvel stuff drastically more than I enjoy the DC stuff. There are a couple of redeeming features in the DC. I enjoyed Aquaman, and I enjoyed the first Wonder Woman. I've not watched the second Wonder Woman, so I can't speak to it yet. But everything else was hot garbage. Not counting, I enjoyed the first 2 Christian Bale Batmans. Wasn't as big on the third one. Michael Keaton Batman, phenomenal. We'll stop there. Don't get me wrong, I love Val Kilmer and I like George Clooney. I just don't think the movies were written well. There's nothing against them. I just don't think the movies were written well. Not that I'm slamming the writers. It's not like I could frickin' do it, right? There you go, Turtle. That's the right way to look at it. I need more quartz. Or marble. Monday. But Marvel, yeah. So I haven't watched any of the Marvel TV shows on Disney Plus because I don't have Disney Plus. I watched all the Netflix ones. The Punisher being the greatest thing to come out of Marvel. Bernthal was the epitome of perfection in that role. That is the Punisher. And I like Thomas Jane in the Thomas Jane movie. Punisher, I mean, that was my Punisher until Bernthal stepped in, and holy hellaciousness, did he just punch that role in the face. Like, he mastered it in the first shot. I have nothing but respect for that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Netflix had a Punisher series. There's 2 seasons, and they're both amazing. But in the first, it wasn't the first season. It was the season where he was in with Daredevil. I think it was Daredevil season 2, if I remember correctly. There's a scene when he is locked inside of a prison row with people that want to kill him. And I'm going to say that scene, that 3 to 4 minute scene, cemented it for me. I'm like, that is exactly what I wanted from a Punisher. That scene was exactly the level of just unbridled violence. And I'm not portraying, give me a moment here. Mixed with a level of skill. Like, not violent just to be violent, violence to survive. It was perfection for what I wanted out of a Punisher. And if nothing else, watch season 2 of Daredevil for that. Because I'll be honest, it was the best part of season 2 of Daredevil. I like the Daredevil show, not taking away from that. The hand stuff that really kind of took over in the second half, I was just not big on that. The first half was really good because it was more Punisher centric. But yes, and I digress. Don't. But anyways, where I was going with that is that what are you doing? I'm hitting the wrong button. I haven't seen any of the new Marvel shows yet. I'd like to. I haven't had time. I don't have Disney Plus yet. I need to get it. But Loki might be enough to pull me in. Tom Hiddleston, again, very good in the role. John Berthal, I think the best overall character or hero of all the Marvel for someone. Although Chris as Captain America is damn close. But I will say this: the best villain to come out of Marvel was Kingpin. And I don't care what else happens with any other character. If they don't find a way to get Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin into the Marvel movies, that is just an atrocity. It is just the theft of basically what could be the greatest superhero villain in a movie ever. And don't get me wrong, I love Thanos. I thought they did a great job with it. I've liked a lot of the villains. Kingpin, man. Vincent D'Onofrio knocked that shit out the park. It was fun. He did good sauce. Very, very good sauce. Okay. So that's in there. Now I need stairs. I don't have enough of stairs. Why not? Oh, right. I forgot. I'm going to take all this back out and carve it into something else now. My thingamabobber back here. I have to carve quartz into quartz. Again, a little irritating. But, you know, what you're going to do, right? I don't know if that's enough. I'm hoping it is. We'll see. What is my favorite Disney song? Oh, that's a very good question. Turtle, you have struck me with a very good question. You're going to have to give me a minute on that one, because that's a really good question. I want to make sure I'm giving you a qualified answer. I want to just jump into that. Favorite Disney song? I mean, I could tell you my favorite. Okay, before I step in, put my foot in my own mouth here. In my opinion, which, as we all know, is basically always right. In my opinion, Disney has generations. The Little Mermaid was the first movie of what I would call the modern animation generation of animated movies. Now, that said, the Pixar and the computer stuff, that to me is a whole nother generation past. And I understand they're still making the animated ones as well, but most of the stuff's computer at this point. But Little Mermaid was the first of its generation to me. That was that new wave of Disney movies. So I have favorite songs and favorite movies from each generation. I would say of the old generation, my favorite movies were a toss-up between The Fox and the Hound and Robin Hood. You know, they're all animals and such. And the really sad song in the middle of it, I think it's just called In Nottingham, I can't remember, is probably one of my favorite of the original Disney songs. But when it comes to the second generation of songs, which is Little Mermaid onward, my favorite movie was Hunchback of Notre Dame. Hunchback, I thought, was the best movie, and I like the song that the villain sings, although I can't think of the name of it. Singing about the fire and so on. Definitely my opinion, one of the darkest of the Disney movies. For sure. All right, so that looks good. Okay, these are looking good. I like it. Hellfire, yes. That is a very good song. That was a very good movie. Everybody was amazing in that, and the animation was top. I thought it was one of the best stories to come out of it. Although I did enjoy Mulan as well. Mulan, the animated movie. I haven't watched this new thing, man. You take the songs and the funny dragon out of it, I'm not interested anymore. That's what makes a Disney movie for me. So again, if we go to the animations. Now, live Disney movies is a whole nother beast. Right? All three of those you haven't seen. Sir, you are robbing yourself. Watch Hunchback. You will adore it. Fox and the Hound, that not everybody's into that one. But Hunchback you should totally watch. Of all the ones I said, Hunchback. Robin Hood's good too. But Hunchback is the one you should watch. As a theater person, I think you will appreciate it. Because it definitely hits all the beats you'd want from something you'd see on stage. And the music, I said, a little bit darker as well. But that one. For the live movies, because again, there's a lot of old classic songs. There's an old movie called The Gnome Mobile. So if any of you have seen it, please tell me. I'll be shocked if any of you have ever seen The Gnome Mobile. But let's see here. Muse, I made a stream for a couple of seconds. Well, welcome. We still got an hour and 15 minutes left. So unless you're in a hurry, we got plenty of time. But the Gnome Mobile was amazing. And the song, The Gnome Mobile, is, I once in a while it just pops in my head and I can't get rid of it. But I love the Gnome Mobile. Great story, too. Although I like Gulliver's, not Gulliver. I like Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Probably my favorite of that old style movie, which Sean Connery, his very first role, pre-Bond. Thought I'd throw that at you in case you don't know. But Darby O'Gill and the Little People has a great story. Got a little bit of dark edge to it as well. I like that. Disney's good about that, making a family movie but putting a little pocket of darkness in there that makes you go, When it comes to modern Disney movies, it's all Marvel. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I'm not against it, but the prequels destroyed it for me, and I just can't bring myself to watch any of the new ones. And from what I've heard, I'm not missing that much. Trying to figure. While I'm talking, I'm trying to just figure out how I'm going to design these corners. To do that. All right, I think I figured out how I've got that down. Do the back of this first. We're going to have to do the back of this first to make this work. Song from The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, or Lion King? Little Mermaid. Kiss the Girl by Sebastian. It was okay, I guess. Again, wasn't a huge Little Mermaid fan. I liked the crab and the bird, really the only thing that did it for me. From The Lion King, I guess Hakuna Matata. I mean, I guess everybody's favorite song from that, right? It was okay. No, take that back. The Scar song. I don't know why I forgot that. The Scar song is the best song of The Lion King. That scene was the best part of all of The Lion King, was the Scar singing with the hyenas and them marching and all that stuff. And then the third one you said was Aladdin. Aladdin was probably my favorite of those three movies. I would say if I was going to do Aladdin, it'd be the genie song when he's granting the wishes and such. Because Robin Williams is phenomenal and everything. Cogsworth says, "Hey, Draven, thanks for the tips for Sky Factory. I would have quit if never found this. Well, you're very welcome. I'm glad you stuck with it." I love He Lives in You, but that's only the musical theater version of the... Yeah, I couldn't tell you that. I don't watch anything... things like that. Friend Like Me. Yeah, that's probably the one. And again, I couldn't watch the Will Smith one. Not to take away from Will Smith, but I know that if I see that movie, I'm going to spend the whole time comparing it to Robin Williams. And that's not fair to Will Smith, who probably did a very good job in it. So I'm not going to stomp on him like that. I'm sure he did a very phenomenal job. I don't want to be one of those people that goes in and spends the whole time comparing. I think I'm done with Cobble, but now we need more marble. Again. All the marbles. And the new Mulan didn't interest me at all. Because it's nothing like the animated. The animated movie was phenomenal. If you're like, hey, we're going to make the animated movie, but tweak it a little bit, I'd have been like, okay, I can watch that. I'd be like, okay, that sounds appetizing to me. Where's Mushu? Give me the dragon, damn it. There's no dragon, I have no time for you. I live for dragons. You guys should know this about me. And dungeons, but I'm just saying in general. making all the marble. I'm turning it into marble so I can turn it into something else. Marble, marble, marble. I know I could probably just turn it directly into the thing I want, but I may need some more stairs later, and I'm going to need this as marble to do that. So, Genie was created kind of for Robin Williams, and they didn't change it to fit Will Smith. Just didn't work. Right, they made a new one for Will. They made Will Smith, and that's fine. That's what they should have done. Had they tried to have Will Smith be Robin Williams, everybody would have seen through that. If they're like, Will, come in here and make your own version of it, I'm okay with that. Again, still going to spend my whole time comparing it, which is why I won't watch the movie. Because I think, again, I like Will Smith. I think he does good work. I like him in a lot of stuff. Independence Day, one of my favorite movies. Also, one of my favorite movie soundtracks. The full score for Independence Day is wonderful to listen to. Okay, so now that we have this, I need to find a block. Put here. Draven, can I ask a question about Sky Factory 4? Please, Mr. Rando. Please do, yes. That's part of why I'm here. So if people have questions while we're streaming, I can try and help in real time. I always feel bad when people ask me Sky Factory questions when I'm doing Merged Worlds, because I really don't want to talk about Minecraft stuff during Merged Worlds, right? Because it's going up as an audio podcast. If people are listening to it, they don't care about Minecraft or know about anything of what I'm talking about. So I try. But anything else I'm streaming, even if it's not Minecraft, please throw it at me. Like they tried to make the Genie like the original Robin Williams Genie, and that was a good decision. Oh, okay. Well, again, I haven't seen it, so as long as it works, right? Trying to figure out how to make armor cores. Okay, armor cores, gotcha. What's your question about armor cores? Like how to make them, or is there something specific in there? I'm wearing all the armor, so I have all the cores. Need a design. What design am I going to use? Something pillar-like, but something cool. Greek cap might be the one I want. Let's get a little Greek cap and see what we can do with it. That's not okay. Greek cap. Greek cap. That has some potential to me. Let's take a look at that. All right. Requires an armor core to make. Oh, armor cores. No, you don't need a mold at all to make armor cores. Let me help you with that here. Yeah, armor cores don't need a mold at all. If you're thinking about Tinkers, if you're making armor cores for like Supremium, I want to make sure we're talking about the same thing here. Armor core. Okay. So are we talking about trim, or are we talking about these down here, Inferium armor cores? Because again, that's a couple of different things. I want to make sure I'm looking at the right thing you are, so I'm giving you the right question. Are we talking about the mystical agriculture? Tinker's construct. Okay, that I can help you. Okay, so if you need to make a core of anything, if you need to make anything, you need to make it in stone first. I'll show you what I mean. Let me grab some cobblestone. And let me grab a stencil. It's not what it's called, is it? I'll figure it when I get over there. Okay. Wrong button. So, let's just say that you want to have a gold armor core, right? So let's go over here. We look at our armor base, right? I want to make a head. I need this. I need armor, helmet core, armor plates, and armor trim. So in order to get any of the casts, if you will, what you want to do is you want to go to, where's it first? Here. You want to go to your pattern chest and your stencil table. This is what I'm looking for. Go to this, and you find your core, right? That should be a helmet core, right? There's the helmet core pattern. I've made a helmet core pattern. So then I go over here to my parts builder, put the pattern in, and put in some cobblestone. Then you now have a cobblestone helmet core. You can do it with other materials, but cobblestone's throwaway. I recommend doing it with cobblestone. Okay? So now that you have the stone helmet core, you go over here, you put that core in your casting table. Let's grab some gold amber. Grab a couple. And you can do this in a large smeltery, or you can do it in a melter system like I've got here. Throw in some gold. It's going to take a minute to melt. And then you pour the gold over your cobblestone, or the cobblestone core. That core is going to disappear, but now you have the cast of the core, and you can pour anything you want into it. You want a Manuelian core, you want a gold core, you then have the gold cast. That's how you make every cast in Tinker's Construct. Some of the things like a cobblestone core, you can just use that and make cobblestone armor. Don't make cobblestone armor. That's trash. But I mean, you could if you wanted to. You could put materials in that table and just make it directly. But once you have a cobblestone core of the core, pour that over there. And as soon as that's done, the core will disappear. But now you have a core cast. So that's how you get all of the casts for the cores. Just make a core out of something trash like cobblestone or something like that. Tinker's Construct armor. I will tell you there's not going to be a single Tinker's Construct armor that's going to be as good as your Supremium armor, because none of them are going to let you fly. And I would trade anything for the flying. No, you're very welcome. So yeah, anytime you need any cast. In fact, a lot of times what I'll do early on if I'm really going to mess with Tinkers is I'll go in here, make every pattern, make every one of them out of cobblestone, and then go over here and make every one of them in gold, and then I throw them down in here, and I've got one of every cast ready to go. So that way you're set. You can just pull the, I need a core cast, here you go, just pull it out of they're already done. Doesn't take too much gold to do that. Like I said, I usually, that's what this is for. Over here is for me to make casts, or for me to do alloying, if I need to make just enough Manuelian to make a Manuelian seed or something like that. You are very welcome, Mr. Rando. And thank you for the question. If anything else comes up we can help you with, please let us know. Let's see here. What do we got? I missed a couple things, Terry. You're dying 6 months. Excellent, Terry. Welcome, sir. That's freaking beautiful, man. Threw away all my marble because I was so excited to answer that question. I love it when someone asks me a question I know the answer to. Or, you know, that I can figure out together with them, you know, because that's fun too. But it's always nice when the question is something I know. I'm just over halfway through your 11th. Damn, turtle. You're about to be a diamond turtle. That's a rare turtle right there, my friend. You do not find a lot of diamond turtles in the world. There it is. Marble pillar. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking for marble pillar now. Marble pillar. Pillar. Yeah, see, that's sideways, so I can't use the marble pillar. That's not going to work. Get rid of those. Okay. Marble pillar. So I'm trying to find something that's going to look good as a single beside each other. You're going to be a shiny? Be careful. Somebody will come and catch thee. They will catch thee, my friend. Okay, let's see. I think all of them that are pillars do that. They do. So I don't want something that's a pillar, which sucks because the outside looks better as a pillar. So I need something that's not a pillar. But I still want to keep with the theme. So I don't want chisel. That's a pillar. Oh, so many pillars. I know I'm right up on my screen here, but I'm trying to see these little tiny symbols. I keep things pretty small. Rough pillar, convex pillar, small concave pillar. I don't want any of these. These are ugly. Let's try about marble arch. Let's see if we can get at a marble arch here. So if I go marble arch. That'll work. That's going to play. Okay. Marble arch. Oh, nose hair tickling me. Well, I'm not. Sarah, it doesn't mean there's no turtle soup. It just means it's harder to cook. Oh. I forgot about the turtle soup reference. Alright, so that's going to be that, and I'm going to do the same thing again here. This is going to come up each corner to the top, and then we're going to work in some fire in here, by the way. This is going to be very flamey when I get done. We're going to add some hot orange fire to all of this once we get this part finished. We get here. No, devil spot. That's not what I wanted. So, gotta fix it now, or it's gonna throw me off later. This one will work. This one will work just fine. Oh, I didn't make many because I wasn't sure I was going to use it. But I am going to use it. So that one, it was the squiggly line one. There it is. My chisel's going to break in a minute. I'm going to have to go make another one. But I'll make as much as I can until it does. Wait a bit. You didn't. I had somebody say that I should do the a GTA as a morning stream one time, which I'm not against, but I'm afraid that might be hard for a lot of people who are at work and school to attend. You know what I mean? If I did it on a Saturday morning stream, maybe, then more people might be off. But I'll be honest, the morning streams are all going to be Subnautica below zero for the next week and a half to 2 weeks. I don't think it'll take me 2 weeks to beat the game. I'd be shocked if it takes me more than 5 or 6 episodes. Again, not that I'm trying to say I'm awesome. I mean, I am, and you should all realize that. But what I'm saying by that is that I've already played through the game like 5 times. So it's just a matter of getting up to the point where the new stuff kicks in and maybe finding some cool stuff along the way. But there's a decent amount of that I'll do off camera, the grinding supplies and things of that nature. That doesn't look too bad. What do you guys think? I look all right to you guys? I'm thinking I like that. Thinking I like that. A good looking thing. Looks good? Excellent. I have Turtle's seal of approval, and this was his request, so that works. All right, do this. But yeah. Anyways, well, I'll find some time to squeeze GTA in and a community Jackbox. Somebody said I should do a members GTA. Well, there's not that many people who play GTA with us as it is. I'm lucky to get 4 or 5 people. I don't want to cut half of them out by making it members only. If we had, like, you know, tons of people showing up and there wasn't room for everybody, that would be very different. I would probably work something out to make a members only one. Yeah. I'm not trying to round it. No, I want the diagonal corners. I like the diagonal corners. And I apologize. I don't keep Discord open during stream, so I wouldn't be able to see it till after we're done. I used to keep it up in the very early days, but the amount of notifications that pop up when I'm trying to stream and block my screen because I play in windowed mode, not full screen, is overwhelmingly irritating. And I have a ton of people asking questions, and I would have no less than 5 people every stream message me, hey, can I play too? What's the IP? I want to play along with you. So I'm like, I'm flattered, but no. So I stopped keeping the Discord on during streams just for my own peace of mind. Also, and I have to say this, hopefully nobody takes this at all the wrong way. I've had to remove a large amount of the people who had friended me. And I get nothing against anybody, but from what I can tell, it appears you can only have a maximum amount of friends on Discord. Am I wrong about that? But what I was reading, there's a certain amount of friends you can have, and that's it, which is a concern. But secondly, I had a situation where someone, because if they're a friend, you can do this, was trying to call me on my phone through Discord while I was trying to do my other job. And that's unfortunately just a no-no. So at this point, I have had to sadly remove many of the people who had sent me a friend's request. So that way I can make sure I have room for people like the moderators and things that I do have to stay in contact with, and who I need to be able to reach me at any given time in case there is a serious issue that I need to address. So if you send me a friend's request on Discord and I don't accept it, please, it's nothing against you. I was running out of, if I was right what I was reading, there's a cap. I was running out of room for people anyways. And secondly, I need to make sure that It's the people that I have to get in touch with to make sure I'm providing the best content for everybody. So the moderators need to be able to get a hold of me at any given time. Muse says, what's going on? The stream is finally playing. Can someone put in the chat because I don't have audio? Someone's explained, I'm confused. What I'm doing, I'm making, yes, a coliseum. A gladiatorial arena of some kind, maybe. Going to build a thing. Gonna look so cool. I mean, look all right. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I thought I went up too far. Coming along swimmingly. I'll need to make some more in a minute, but that's okay. Giant base? Could be, right? I didn't already have the big castle base right there. Castle was fun to make. Castle took a while, man. Only because those nether bricks were just irritating to make. The orangey, flamey bricks we're using there, those were time consuming. I had to go get netherrack, then I had to cook it. In fact, that was earlier in the game too, so I didn't have a lot of the mechanical and the power and stuff yet. So it was a lot of me running 20 furnaces full of wood as fuel, cooking netherrack to get nether bricks, and you had to cook 4 stacks of netherrack to create, because they came nether bricks, to create 1 stack of those bricks. So it took a lot. Hey, Terry, have a good one, sir. Thank you for coming by, as always. And hopefully our work is acceptable. No, work is never good, but acceptable, I'll take it. No, bad. When I make a mistake, I gotta fix it right off the bat, or I won't realize it, and I'll make a whole mess of a bunch of other patterns. No! Oh my god! No. Fail. Da, da, da. I may have just enough to finish this part. That would be groovy. Sure would be cool if you did. There it is. All right. Okay, so we have at this point built the second story. Now we work on the third story. The third story itself, not going to be that hard to make, to be honest with you. This should be pretty easy to make what I'm looking to make here. Hopefully. We'll see. Going to need some bricks, and it won't matter what they are. So I'm just going to use regular marble for this. That should be fine. This is an unimportant block space. Probably should be using cobblestone now that I think about that. Because no one can see it. No one's going to see this. I'll save my marble because that was foolish. To the cobble. Cobble. I got a little poof of hair that just wants to keep blowing in front of my face today. You know what? We're not that far away. Another couple of months and the beard will be long enough I can braid it part way and put some beads in here. Some dwarven beads. Not like the whole thing. I'm going to take like a section like this and have a braid falling in front of the beard is what I'm thinking. I know you probably think that's weird, and you're probably right, but it's something I'm going to try, and if it looks stupid, I'll never do it again, but I thought it'd be cool to try it. All right, Muse, enjoy your Sky Factory 4. I know that I'm enjoying mine. Come on. Drop. Ooh, there we go. That one. Corners are going to be something a little special, so they got to be a little different. Yeah, this is the longest I've ever grown my whole beard. I have grown just a long goatee much longer than this. Probably by another 2 to 3 inches. And then kept it just a short beard on the side. I've actually done that a couple of times. In my youth, I'm an old man now. Terry's renewal just kicked in. Welcome back, Terry. Pleasure to have you, sir. I think he may have left for work already. You know, considering how big I built this, the base was actually pretty good. I'm going to have to extend it quite a bit to build around the thing, to add some flourish to the outside of the Coliseum. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with how it looks. Right as they left, yeah. Well, that's the thing, you know, especially if people have it on auto renewal. Most people joined during a stream, right? So the renewal is going to pop up during a stream. Okay, so now I need more of these marble arches. Okay, these away. I don't know how many we're going to get with this nearly busted chisel. Where is it? Squiggly line. Well, I got that many. And it blowed up real good. During Merge World streams, it could, but the thing is, remember, it's the same day of the month. So if you signed up on a 12th, it'll always be the 12th. The 12th's not always a Thursday. So it's not always the same day of the week. It's the same day of the month. But anybody's could pop up feasibly in a Merge World. Please. All right, so this needs to be one level higher. First, I'm going to need... Ooh, I need some more of that. That's not enough. Right, yeah. Of course, back then, Sunday was a Merge World, so it's very possible. Every other Sunday, yeah. I mean, it's been, I want to say it's been every Sunday. Oh, wow, I went left for that. I think it's been I don't know, did I change that last year or this year? If it was this year, it was at the very beginning of the year. But I couldn't remember if I changed that at the beginning or was it near the end of last year. Yeah. It could be cool. I know the Sundays changed when I took in April, and that's when I got the new job position, or went part-time and went full-time as a streamer. So I know when that happened, but I wasn't sure when I went every week Merged World. Is it December? Could be. I know that, I know at first it went to like every 3 weeks. It was 3 out of 4 weeks. Because then the 4th week was Members Day. Members Day was every 4th Sunday was Members Stream. So I did it 3 out of 4 weeks at first. I think it did it every 3 to 4 weeks until we went to until I went to this full-time streaming. Because that's when I first moved member streams around. All right. Gonna work. Get all 4 sides. I did. That's gonna work. Now I'm gonna need that out of the way. Let's go get a chisel here. This has been a big project. This has taken us most of the day. I don't think I won't be finished it today either, so it's definitely something I will be working on outside of the stream as well. So I'm not sure again if we'll be, oh, I need a chisel. Yeah, I'll need a Chisel. You know, I could have just made a chisel in my remote. Could have just did that. Didn't even cross my mind until I got all the way over here. Sometimes I hurt my own brain. Where were we? That one, there's where I left off. Oh, Chisley goods. Chisley gook. Forgot about Bloody Blue. Good block. All right. Well, I have the remote. I was using it earlier to get stuff out. I forgot that I could use the remote to get a chisel. Because the last 2 times I flew back and fixed it in an anvil. And so that's why this time I went back there again thinking anvil, but I forgot I couldn't repair it. I'd broken it. I had to make a whole new one. Oh, Turtle, man. No worries, sir. Understandable. You got your time with your family and such. I'm personally, I'm just ecstatic that my birthday falls on one of my days off at the other job, so I can do a full stream on my birthday. Again, still not sure what I'm doing yet. I'll probably figure that out like right beforehand. You know, things are always up there. I'll tell you one thing I know I'm doing. Order myself a damn pizza. We talked about this yesterday. My love for pizza is world renowned. It's almost right up there with Keanu, to be honest with you. Not exactly, of course. Close. Okay, so we've got those done. This. Gonna need more than one of these, I'm sure. Yep, gonna need a bunch of those. All right, let's do that then. Let me get rid of this netherrack here. All this back. I can get more out in a minute. Flint and steel. Let's make, a bunch of those. Gonna use a bunch. Ooh, missed a spot. No pineapple. I'm not anti-pineapple. If somebody says, here, I have a pizza with some pineapple on it. Do you want to eat some? I will say yes. But if I'm getting a pizza, it's almost always going to be a pepperoni, ham, and bacon. And I've told you guys about this before. You have to ask them to put the pepperoni on top of the cheese. That is paramount to having a successful pizza. Most people don't know this very important step in ordering a pizza. So be sure that when you order a pizza, you ask them to put the pepperoni on top of the cheese. Make a world of difference. Why? Very good question, Turtle. I'll tell you why. See, when you put the cheese on top of the pepperoni stays soft and kind of chewy and slimy. I mean, it's still good, but it's not the same. But if you put the pepperoni on top of the cheese, where the heat is hitting it, the pepperoni will curl up a little bit, as long as they don't overcook it and burn it. It'll curl up a little bit, and it'll get this little nice crunch around the outer edge of the pepperoni. And it just adds more flavor to it. Adds a nice little crisp to it. A lot of times, cooking things that extra, especially meat, getting that little crisp to it is nice. Kid you not, if you have that and they do it correctly, you'll know the difference right away. All right, so that part's done. Get rid of those. Cheese more than pepperoni pizza. Well, if you're not going to have pepperoni on your pizza, then it doesn't matter. If you're going to have pepperoni, put it on top of the cheese. Because the cheese is going to taste delicious like cheese anyway. Right? Cheese is going to be awesome no matter what. This just adds some extra flavor to the pepperoni if you're having pepperoni on the pizza. Yeah, it doesn't take anything away from the cheese. It just adds to the quality of the pepperoni. I like the way this looks so far. I feel that is adequate. Still a long way to go. Now we need pillars. Take a look at our marble. No, not you. All right, so I need an actual marble now. I need, an actual pillar. Is that still in there? Get out of here. What? I think this is where I wanted to use. Was it scribed or marble Greek? Let's do one of each. So there's Greek cat. Why are you screwing with my emotions? Here we go. Get back in here. There we go. There's the marble pillar. And that's a scribe pillar. Is there another one I want to look at? Greek cat. We'll do those three. Okay. Turtle seal of approval. That's all I ever wanted. Which pillar do I like as a pillar? Well, that one's automatically out of the running. Wish I'd known that earlier. I could have used that for somewhere else. All right, so... Okay, well, I made the same thing twice. One is wide pillar, one is not wide. Oh, I see. This has got a wider space in the middle. Okay, so... Yeah, I kind of like the one on the right, I think, with the wider space. It adds a little bit more texture to it. That's the one I'm going to use. So, now I just got to find it on here again. Scribe pillar. Greek cap pillar. Greek cap wide. There it is. That one. Probably ended up redoing the one I just did, but that's okay. It's not going to need a piece of regular quartz or regular marble, just as a filler. Yeah, still needs to be marble because this might be visible from the outside. So that pillar. Whoops. Want a space in there. See if I can make this work right. Space, 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 space. Doesn't fit. I was afraid of that. Okay. So that's not going to work. Rethink this. Got the outsides. I go every other from the outside. That would be here. Every other again. That would leave me with a double in the middle. Double in the middle might. Try that. Can't click on that for nothing, can I? That'll work. Doesn't look bad. 3 with a 2 in the middle. That. Take them one higher. Make something special out of that then. All right, that'll work. That one. Yeah, I forgot about the pillar block that's thinner. That's a fair point. That is a very fair point. I forgot about that guy. This one, marble pillar. All right, let's try this then. We put one of these. You're right. That looks way better. That looks way better. Let's do that. And that. Whoa, right? Okay. That get that. Excuse me, flamity flames. Raven's trying to zoom along. One. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wrong pillar. Wrong block. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Double block in the middle. All right. Oh, ran up. There's actually going to be something on top of them that's going to make them even taller, Turtle. I've got some more blocks that are going to go on top. These are just going to be the base blocks. So with the added stuff on top, it might start to look a little too tall. So I'm going to start with here and see how it looks. Ah, no. Opposite, opposite. You. Opposite. Oh. Ta-da. There we go. Okay. That's my fast sound effect. You guys may feel free to sample that and use that for ringtones if you feel you need to. Not quite as many people here tonight, but I'll be honest with you, it's a Monday night. I hadn't expected to. I'm still glad I'm streaming the extra hour, because it's awesome to get to hang out with everybody. But during the week, streams are never quite as popular as the Friday, Saturday, Sunday streams. Those are my best 3 days of the week every week. So that's to be expected. All right. I knew that was going to happen if I didn't go over enough. Next. And do one full side, fire it up, see if I like it. This one's going to be a little different. That's going to be a hard one to squeeze in. Let's see. Here. Got to do it in the right order. Okay. That's that. One to finish that. One to finish that. One to finish that. Oh, there's flint steel right there. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Yeah, I really like that. I like the way that looks a lot. done in your chair, it's time to walk around. You look up there at the fire. That one looks cool from underneath. All right. All right. Woohoo! Ah, I knew I'd do. Never get it right the first time. There's always going to be at least one mistake in here. Not a Draven stream without some fail. These ones are easier because they have no adjoining blocks. First, I could just do these two on back here now I think about it. Beginning to doubt your building ability? Why do you say that, sir? Did it again. That and this should auto fix. That's okay. And did I do all the way on around the corner? I did. That'll fix it. That'll fix it. That. Nice. And to think, we're just building the outer frame of this. We still haven't built the inside. We haven't done anything special with down there. Turtle, you've given me much to do. And for that, I am pleased. Let me just do this the smart way. That side, that side, that side. I mean, you know what I mean. Why do I keep spinning around this? This is just going to be faster. It helps that I already have a picture in my head. Like, I know I've done something like this before. So I kind of know I'm trying to reproduce it somewhat from memory. Because the last time I built this, I probably spent, you know, tons of time doing multiple variations trying to figure out which one I wanted to do. You know what I mean? So this time I've already been through that. So I have a feeling of I know what I was looking for. I mess with these stairs a lot. Oh, good Lord. Got to get them just the right angle for it to work. I like these things. I love using these for different stuff. So making them come around and kind of look nice together. Nope, didn't work. Got to get right on the angle or it won't join correctly. No, see? Let's try this. What if I go against that side? There it is. There it is. Did them all? I did. Okay. You. One more. You. This is way faster than what I was doing the first time. Zoop. No, too far of an angle. I missed in this version. Can't have the armor stand mod. You can't create statues with that mod. The mob heads and other statues looking super great. I always had them so glitchy. I like I use the traditional one more, but I understand what you mean. Yeah, you could do some stuff with that. Do the outer edge first, because that's easier. Ba-doop. Now the hard one. You. Yes. You. Excellent. Excellent. First time. You. Nice! Oh, wow. Convenient. Worked out the first time. All right. So, my friends, what do you guys think so far of my gladiatorial arena? I like that. I like that a lot. That looks pretty snazzy. Oh, I missed one over here. I think that's the one you just referenced. There you go. 8 turtles out of 10. That's almost an A, right? Alright. So, things we have to do. I need to build the Emperor's box. I'll probably do that after I have the inside done. I'll probably hang banners on the wall. like black and red and white and blue on one half, black and red on the other. That way, if there was to be a team thing, which there's not obviously on this one, but if there was to be a team thing, one moment. It dawns upon me that on the server that I'm going to do Let's Plays, I could just put this world seed in there, backup of this, and use it as the server world, potentially. And then this would already be built, and I could actually use it for stuff. Yeah, I still got to build the whole outside of the thing, right? I've only been dealing with the inside. I have to build the whole outside of it. That's another story. Or another time. I've also got to do something with these doors. The downside is, usually inside here, I'm going to go down one, and then when you come up, you come up again. Like, I'll have to dig this down a bit in order to have enough height in here to do the stuff that I want to do. And I'll have to put some stairs here so people can get up in here. I mean, I got the auto step on, but, you know, there's that. All right, so now we've got the inside more or less done. Now I've got to start working on the outside of the arena. The outside of the arena is not bad. It's really just taking this all the way down. You know what I mean? But I usually want to use something somewhat pillar-like. And I don't want it to go all the way down. I'm normally going to have it come all the way down to here, and then have it come down a little bit further out here. So that way there's a space to move around inside. Although I'll block it off. There'll be rooms. Now we're back to the mob. Not enough stairs. So now I need a different brick. It looks somewhat pillar-like. You want it to be somewhat pillar-like. Let's see. This might be a chance to use that other pillar we've already got. Yeah. Night, Yerbs. Thank you for coming, sir. Did I ever decide on which chair to get? I mean, again? No. I mean, like, which chair to get the second time? I have not. Unfortunately, I think most people know me now. The chair that I got lasted about a month and a half, and then it broke. So now I've got to get another one. Right now, I'm still looking. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I mean, I've got it narrowed down to a couple, but I haven't decided exactly which one or the other one. I put a goal on there right now, which I can always lessen or heighten as I put more time into it. I'll be honest with you, I thought I was going to have more time to figure that out before we were going to hit the last goal, but once again, the community decided to blow my mind and tell me that was not the case. Yo, is that right? Is that how far I did that one? No, it should go all the way to the corner. You need to come down to the right height. Let's see. I want it to match there. This one needs to come down one. Okay. Yeah, I'm still working on figuring out exactly which one. Should hopefully know. I'll take some time to go through it probably here in the next few days. So I narrowed it down to, I think it was 3 or 4 of them I've got on my Amazon potential list, but I want to look at a couple other options before I start to specifically pick one. Again, looking for one that's going to hand a hoss of a man like me. Don't mean that complimentary. That was the wide one. Where's the wide pillar? Those up, then I'll make more. And you get the lazy boy. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. I went way too low. Oh, shoot. Didn't realize that. That's my bad. No, I won't be doing a lazy boy. I definitely need something that rolls and spins a little bit easier. Because when I'm doing my other job, I have to be... This is the computer. I've got another computer right here. So I've got to have something that I can move in and out and around. And my desk is like a U shape. I've got desks on both sides of me, so I would also have to make sure it's a chair that I can spin around or pull out enough to get in and out of here. So Lazy Boy would be a little bit too big and non-versatile for the space that I have. Comfortable, probably. Probably comfortable as hell. Let's just do this a smarter way. I know I don't get it. Fine. Whoop, too far. Do I have enough to finish this wall? All right, there we go. Because I'm going to have something else underneath of that, of course. I'm going to do something with the corners of using this block as well, but I'm going to have to extend this stuff out down here before I can completely build the bottom. A big and tall chair that has a weight cap of 441. Oh, that's definitely, I'm not quite as big, that big yet. Used to be even bigger than I am now. But what, Draven? We never thought someone could be that big. It's true, I was. One more. Okay, so I don't have enough. I'm going to go ahead. Let's fix that. I'm going to need more mob. Yeah, I'm looking more this time at office chairs than I am gaming chairs. To be honest with you, office chairs are just built more for actual comfort and long-term sitting. You know, gaming chairs are designed to look sleek and cool, and that's all awesome and all, but after sitting here for 14 to 16 hours a day, the butt pain, I want to go away more than I care about looking sleek and cool. If that makes sense, you know? I wanted a cool-looking gaming chair. I've had two now. Neither of them worked, so now I'm going to go for actual comfort and usability more than I am. I mean, it's still not going to look ugly. It just won't look like a gaming chair. Go. Functional, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm doing this now as a full-time job. I definitely want to meet the expectation. You know what I mean? Like, I want people to come here and be like, people see that I'm taking this seriously. You know what I mean? Which I think most people will, but again, that's part of having the right equipment to be able to do it. So, on to seat Kaiser 2. I will check that out. We are at the 12:44 mark. I just always make a mental note of timestamps so I can come back and reread that again later if I need to. 15 minutes before the end of stream is when you posted that. I will check that. Definitely looking for any recommendations or suggestions that will work. Like I said, comfort for sure. At this point, when it comes to most of the stuff I've got for my actual streaming gear, and it comes to things like the computer and I have pretty high quality stuff. Many things I don't have the pop quality, but I've got pretty dang close. PC's, now that it's fixed, back to being a beast again. Lighting, I'm using pretty much the stuff most people use. Steam Deck sound system, keyboard and microphone are compatible or comparable. Webcam is the Logitech Brio, which is pretty much, unless you're using an actual big DSLR camera, as far as webcam goes, that's pretty much one of the best you can get. Comparatively speaking, again, look, a lot of the gear that I get, I look and I see what other people are using. And it's not from a, I want to be like them. It's from a, they're already doing this. They know what's working. You know what I mean? So, if they've already done hours and hours of playtesting and it's worked, why in the world would I not take advantage of that? These are smart people doing smart things. Oh. And again, being a huge Achievement Hunter fan, I definitely check out a lot of what they're using. I know some of them drop some serious money on the thing that makes like your voice sound funny. I just can't do that. I mean, I know there's programs and stuff that can do it already. I looked into some of those. More trouble than turnaround. I don't. Making your voice sound funny to me isn't that entertaining to begin with. So it's hard for me to justify doing that on stream. Oop. All right, so as we are nearing the end of stream, I guess I should do some of the wrap-up stuff of the day. I would like to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with me today. If you're here, whether you're watching this today or 10 years down the road, it would be awesome if you had a good time, if you would mind clicking the like button. Even more importantly, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe so you can hang out with us on all of our adventures. We also have a membership program that, if you are inclined, just click the join button on my YouTube channel. That doesn't sign you up. It just takes you into the screen that shows you what you get if you do. Like a Twitch sub, only cheaper, $2.99 a month. You get access to our members-only Minecraft streams. You get access to members-only streams and a mess of other perks. Everybody you see with a green or blue font and the cool little D&D dice after their name, those are all members. And the dice changes numbers and colors the more months you're with us. That's a thing. Noah says, thank you for the tips. I appreciate that, Noah. Thank you very much. Brandon Williams, thanks for giving me just the tip. Well played, sir. Well played. Also, if you're interested to know when I'm streaming, you can go to my website, Onlydraven.com, and there on the homepage, scrolling down just a little bit, you will find my streaming schedule. You'll also find links to all the PC spec stuff we were just talking about a few moments ago. You'll also find, let's see, links to all my tutorials and videos, links to the Merge Worlds podcast we've talked about a few times today, video and audio versions on Spotify and iTunes. Also find all my social media accounts. Definitely highly recommend giving me a follow on Twitter and Instagram, are the two big ones I'm really working on right now. I try not to be one of those people that overflows your channel, your news feed with stuff, man. Be one or two a day at most. You'll be lucky to see from me. I don't do a lot of tweeting and a lot of Instagram, just because I hate when I'm seeing 50 things from someone and stuff I don't care about. So, Abraham, thanks for all the guys. You are very welcome. Very welcome. I was happy to help. So I'm going to work these corners out, and I'm going to pull these across and pull them down. So I'm okay with that. Trying to decide if I want to tuck it in and have this actually sticking out, which I'm considering doing. I'll show you what I mean. So well, that's not what I meant. But yeah, I should also mention that I did say previously that once my Twitter hits 500 followers, I am going to give away a $100 Steam gift card to a random person on our Discord channel. The link to my Discord channel is another thing that you can find on my website. There's a button right at the top. Love to have you. Pretty active Discord with a lot of great, helpful people. We're always happy to see some new faces there. But yeah, follow on the Twitter and join the Discord. And when we hit 500 followers there, you got a chance of getting yourself a $100 Steam gift card. Which I'm going to do one of those for Twitter hitting 500, and I'm going to do one for Instagram hitting 500. Actually be two $100 gift cards when in the end. I think that's kind of a fun thing to do. I'm definitely trying to build up the social media thing as part of growing a channel and doing that as well. I'm trying to be a little bit more active on it, but not annoyingly so, you know? No, Rick, you've gone too far. 10-minute warning. That is correct. You're getting very close. We're almost done. I mean, you know, this corner. All right, so that's what it looks like if I leave them floating. The other option is that I can bury them. By burying them, I mean this. I can always fix this, so I'm just going to show you guys an idea. And that's where I bring it all the way down from the end, which makes those look like they're a little more enclosed. What's your power source? Hey, that's a great question. All right, we'll show you. And that, I may work on this corner later. You don't like, no, you don't like the floating? Is that what you're saying? So power source, this is what good Lord, I'm running into everything. This is what I use. For power source, I use an upgradable geothermal generator with maximum modifier speed stacks in it. And I use it on an infinite lava loop. So cobblestone hits the user, user makes lava. Lava is what powers this. Use a wireless transmitter to connect to batteries anywhere that I go. So what I'll do is I'll plant a battery down, put a connection cable on it, blow it up, and just connect everything around it as needed or in a corner. But the great thing about geothermals are once you set it up, you never have to touch it. Once you got your modifiers on there, it's going to produce a whole lot of power. And if you get to a point where it's not giving you enough, just build another one. They're super easy to build. Thank you, Michael Remfield, for the sub. But they're very super easy to build. It's not heavy component. The modifier is the only thing that might take a little bit because it does use a chunk of concrete powder and gold. But once you've got it up and running, it's just a matter of GPSing to a new battery whenever you like. Plus, it gives you the added loop of you have an infinite lava supply. So I have that lava automatically going to every tank that uses lava. So I never have to fill it up or run a cable to it. It's wirelessly putting lava directly into all my tanks. I agree, Turtle. I don't like the them covered up there at the end. I didn't like that as much. Use the thin pillars underneath and then use the very last chisel design of the pillar. That could work. That could look good. Let's see. Can you pass data cables through the compact machine wells, like ME cable or simple storage cable? Yes and no. The cables don't go through them, but you can pass them, kind of. So let's show this here. So here I have item extraction cable, right? So this item extraction cable is pulling items out of my compact chest and then putting them into this one. To do that, you use what's called a tunnel. And again, I apologize if I'm telling something you already know. This here is an automated polymer we set up. It automatically makes polymer. It's a full farm. It's 100% self-contained with its own power source, its own farm, and I never have to touch it again. So this makes polymer. So a tunnel you put on the ceiling. So it says tunnel up. If I put a tunnel on the wall, I can right-click on it. East, west, north, south, up, down. You pick the one you want, and this one I have up. Even if I put it on the side, if I leave it as up, it's going to be coming up out of the top of my cable. So I run my cyclic cables to the tunnel, which I've listed as up. So that way on the outside, items are already ready to come out of the top. All I got to do is slap another extraction cable, and it will pull those items through that same tunnel and into whatever I want. Another compact machine, doing the exact same situation. Of course, it was too vague. Can I put my ME drives? I'm not going to lie to you. I can't stand ME, so I haven't used it as much. To my understanding, no. From what I know of the ME cables, there's nothing that would connect to a tunnel with them, so I don't believe that you can. I know with simple storage I can. I've run very often I've built my entire simple storage network within a compact machine, but the simple storage cables do. I do not believe that the ME cables do. I could be wrong. I've never tried, but what few things I've done with the ME cables, they're not very user-friendly when it comes to working with some of the other mods that come in the pack. They're much better with the different tubes and such, for sure. But they don't work as well with the cyclic cables in the tunnels as they go. I wouldn't say it's impossible. Definitely recommend trying. If they do work, please let me know. I'd love to have that knowledge to share with other folks. You are the first one to ask me that. Probably not going to be the last. You know what I mean? So I don't believe it would, though. Not just what I know with compact machines and how they work. Is this not the one I was working on? What's been over here? No, that's not it either. Christ cookies. Which one was I working on? That's not it. I swear I built something on one of these corners we just decided wouldn't work. Oh, it's this one. Is it this one? It's this one. Okay. Yeah, it's this one. Now, if I'm not going to replace those, I am going to have to break that and put one of these in instead of that clear space. Because originally I thought I was going to hide them. So I definitely want to get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Are you late? Smidge, unfortunately. We've got about 3 minutes left. We've been running right at about 3.5 hours at this point. And again, I do want to say thank you all for coming by. I really do appreciate it. I would also like to say that tomorrow is Tuesday. Some of you may not know that. Technically, it's Tuesday now, where I am. But Tuesday is the one day that I do not do any streams. Because Tuesday is the day that I do filming and editing. And there'll be at least 2 tutorials for Sky Factory 4 coming out tomorrow. I'm hoping to be able to do at least 1, potentially 2, for Stone Block 2. I have 1 that I really want to get done, but it's a little bit bigger. So it may not make it out this week, but I'm going to try. But I do have 2 Sky Factory 4 tutorials that will be coming out for sure. Fixing this spot here while I'm thinking about it. And then the rest of it I will probably work on, you know, later. Right? You need them. Well, you've come to the right place, my friend. I have many. Probably too many. Well, it's at the point now where I don't remember if I've done a tutorial for some stuff. I'm like, I should do a tutorial for that. And then I go look and I'm like, oh, I already did. What? What is this? No, bad. Get out of here. That's not supposed to be there. Well, I appreciate that. We are happy to have you. And of course, if you come across something that would be a good tutorial and I don't have one, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. You can also find me on our email me via Onlydraven.com, my website. You can also comments in tutorials and streams and videos. I try to keep up with that the best I can. So that way, you know, I can keep up with it. But I'm always looking for new ideas. Well, everybody, this is the first stage. Let's get rid of this. This is the first stage of our gladiatorial arena. Hoping you guys think this looks all right. I'm pretty pleased with it so far. As my specs, I'm horrible about remembering them all. But Abraham, I'll tell you this. Again, if you go to my website, onlydraven.com, scroll down on the very first page, right underneath my streaming schedule, I have all of my specs listed. Everything I use for streaming, including lighting, sound, keyboard, all that stuff is listed right on there. Do I have a video on the Order of the Twilight bosses? I do, but the only thing it's missing, I don't know how I did. I've corrected it in the comments, but I for some reason did not do the Mushroom boss. But other than that, yes, there's one that gives the actual order. Dragon, sorry I was late. Hope you had a good stream, mate. Love the arena and good night. Tell the cat I love. I will do so. And I appreciate you coming by. Again, no streams tomorrow, but I will be back Wednesday for a Satisfactory stream in the early afternoon. And then we're going to do a 6-hour Sky Factory 4 stream from 6 to midnight. Also love the shirt. Yes, this is my favorite shirt that I have. That's not one of my shirts from my store. But yeah, we got a big 6-hour Sky Factory 4 stream on Wednesday. So I'm excited about that. 6 to 12 we'll be running. And yeah, we may even run a smidgety-smidge over if there's a lot of people here. But thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. Remember to click like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And come on back so we can hang out again. If you are one of my members, thank you so very much for being a part of the Draven's Dragons membership program. Your support consistently is what's allowed me to do this as a full-time gig now, and I appreciate your support. And a special thank you as well to all of those folks who've been tipping and donating during the streams as well. And an extra special thank you to my moderators, even the ones that may one day be turtle soup. All right, everybody, I'm going to call that a day. You folks have yourselves a wonderful rest of your week, and hopefully we will see you again very, very soon. Talk to you later. Oh, that's fine.